Okay, so Sam, I need you to go in three, two,
What are
one.
you? What are we doing again?
You gotta talk to the fans. You gotta tell them what happened so far.
Do you want me to just talk into the wall?
You're talking to the fans, not the wall.
Okay, I'll talk. I'll talk into the wall for you, Karnok. So, what we just beat Chu. Um, and then what? He got interrogated by the queen. I mean, before we went to the queen. After that, we fought some mimics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. We fought a few mimics, some crates. Went over to the castle. Merlin, of course, was not there during the fight because he decided he was going to go to the castle.
It's never helpful.
Hmm. But so instead of healing us, he decided to go to the castle. He obviously knew we were going to be fighting mimics. Anyways, so Chu got interrogated. We learned that he kept our little stone, whatever the hell, in some ruins in the waste. And so now we have to go there with some rod and talk to some brass dragon, I think it was, right?
Why are you asking me? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't know. But yeah, we have to go talk to a dragon now. So that's going to be fun. Anyways, Karnak, I think that's me done talking to the wall, right?
No,
I mean our fans.
you gotta ask them to like and subscribe.
I'm not going to ask them to like and subscribe.
Okay, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. It's what they say.
Okay. Anyways, Karnak, I'm going to go down to the tavern. You can come with me if you want.
Okay, I'll be in a bit, buddy.
Merlin, you learned a bunch of information regarding Chu and his magic items and his whole operation and stuff. The queen got her crown jewel back and is now, as you guys are along the carriage, Karnok and Samuel still covered in mimic blood.
Hey, no, I'm not covered in mimic blood. I was far enough away.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Karnok is just caked in mimic blood and a bit of a like acid burns that have been healed but still have like the saliva and goop. And as the carriage is trotting along down the street, the queen is like tucked the the weird teleport rod under her arm and is like holding her crown awkwardly in her hand as she tries to wedge the crown jewel back into it. Like deep look of concentration, tongue sticking out, like biting her tongue, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You guys want to like discuss anything? Like Merlin, you want to tell them about the information or?
Oh, I just remember something. Does Karnok? So Ren, does Karnok want to bring anything up about what he learned the night before, or no?
I mean, isn't the butler in the carriage with us?
No.
No.
Oh, so it's just us and the queen?
Yes. I mean, although you didn't get a good look, but I mean, there's probably a good chance that the butler is driving the carriage, but he can't hear anything.
So we should talk about that. Okay. So I'll just like I'll just like start going over the notes of the stuff I found out for the carriage ride.
All
So
right.
I tell them about the cave, about the dragon, about how he has 5 more of these shiny stones, and the teleporting one works and all that stuff. I'm not gonna repeat all the information. We're just gonna say it in passing. Yeah, this is what I was telling them during the carriage ride.
Karnok raises his hand and asks, "Can I see the stick then?"
No. Absolutely not.
I said, I'm like, the queen has it, and no.
I'm gonna just look all like defeated, looking down, just like, man, I can't ever have any fun.
Karnok, it's not a toy.
Well, not with that attitude, it's not.
It's what? It's what? 1 use per day? You would end up wasting it just to go say hello to the dragon.
Well, duh. I could fly back with it.
That's oh my god.
Karnok, I don't believe that would work.
And how do you know? Have you ever seen a dragon?
Anyways,
Anyways,
so what's the game plan? Like, Sam looks over to Merlin. Like, so what's the game plan?
as of right now, waiting. Like I said, the wand's out of charge, so that's a bust until tomorrow.
Wait. How is the one out of what happened?
Oh yeah, so funny story about that one. A guard picked it up, and then said the waste, and then he vanished.
And oh, wonderful.
And then he appeared back by saying, "Back, please."
Ah,
So, yes, it doesn't have a charge. So, not much you can really do about that one.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, damn.
so Sam, get closer. So since we're
Yeah?
not doing that, what are we gonna do about the ghost?
Oh my god.
What are you? What?
I told you about this last night, but you didn't want to
Yeah,
wake. You didn't want to wake up, so I tried to tell you in the morning, and like all of this went on. What are we gonna do about the ghost?
For
And Mr.
clarity,
the
you're-
Butler.
You're whispering to Sam right now, right?
Whispering to you
Yeah,
and
you're
Sam,
whispering
like we're kind of like in a huddle.
whispering to both of us.
I mean, there's a queen like right next to it. So.
I don't care if she hears. I just don't want him to hear.
I mean, so Merlin, you like kind of like side eye the queen, and you notice she is like deep concentration. She's pulled out tools to help, and is like hunched over, like she's like balancing it on her knee now and stuff, like trying to wedge it back in.
Oh, okay. All right, continue. Yes.
So, the ghost. We need to figure out why the place is haunted.
I seriously don't believe it's a ghost.
I don't think it's haunted, Karnok.
I'm telling you, it's a ghost. Have you ever seen an orc that is less?
By the way, can I retroactively know about the way that the Domo's powers work?
I mean, did Domo ever like tell you about them?
I don't know, Domo, did you?
No.
Because I want to be like, if I did, I was just gonna be like, just like how you thought Merlin was haunted.
No one really knows. As far as everyone knows, I can just normally cast magic.
Okay. Karnok, I don't believe that it's haunted.
I'm telling you, I saw a very pale orc child,
Okay.
and it was a ghost.
I don't know, Karnok, that just seems kind of racist.
I'm an orc. I think I would know my own people.
Maybe they had some kind of condition?
Like what? They had to eat like 3 times a day? I don't know. I just know it was a ghost. And they wanted souls.
Karnok, are you saying that eating 3 times a day is a condition?
Yeah, to life.
Okay.
Man, I can't take this seriously sometimes.
I fucking hate you so much, Brandon.
All right.
My immediate thought was Karnok thinks like you have this like weakness disease or something if you only eat 3 times a day. He eats 7 times a day.
Yep.
That's what I thought at first too, and then he said a condition of life, and oh my god.
My mama always told me never miss a meal. So I don't miss meals.
Yeah, well, why? No, okay,
All right. So setting the ghost thing. I don't even know what it is at this point right now. I had to look that up. Aside, the talk about souls is the thing that's most concerning to me.
And who needs souls? Ghosts.
I mean, there's also a bunch of different aberrations, but okay.
I
I
we
don't
all
know.
need souls.
Well, no, we have souls. We don't need them.
We absolutely need them.
Not other people's. We need our souls.
Okay, I'm following.
It's
Wait, why are
exactly.
you making sense right now?
Because I'm a genius, duh. Have you not been listening?
And all of his points
You
just go
know-
out the window in 2 seconds. Okay.
Merlin, to be fair, a broken clock is right twice a day.
I don't get it.
Or stop.
Of course not, Karnok. You can't tell time.
Well, duh. When it's the sun is during the day, and when it's the moon is during night time. But back to that, regardless.
Hold on. What does Karnok think happens during a new moon?
What does Karnok think happens during an eclipse?
The world's ending, obviously. It's like, It's when the world resets, you know?
Oh,
It's a,
yeah, no. That and what does Karnok think about a new moon? Because there's no moon.
And it's dark outside.
you just can't see.
Like, oh, my eyes turned off for a bit.
Yep. It's
My eyes turned off all night last night.
yep. But yeah, so back to the souls. So only ghosts and dead things are gonna need more souls. And Mr. the Butler was
Wait,
asking,
Karnok, aren't ghosts just souls?
and why you think they need
But
more
without
to
a
get
body?
They need to get stronger. That's what
I
they
don't-
eat.
No. I don't think they need to eat. They're ghosts. They're dead.
That does make sense with the life condition.
Can we just drop this ghost business?
And that's why
I-
you're
I
gonna
don't-
die, Sam. Because you
I don't-
dropped it and they killed us.
All right, let's just let's just make a note. Let's make a note of this.
You
Well,
and
As
your
something that
notes.
we'll. And
Just watch
Karnok,
Mr. the
can you
Butler.
read?
Well, duh.
do you want
you
to see my
sure?
notes?
Well, I can't read in M's language.
And which language is that?
Elfian.
Exactly. Okay. We'll just put a pin on this and just drop it right now.
Okay, but watch Mr. the Butler because he's definitely up to something.
Noted. We will watch Peregrine to see if he does anything suspicious.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
Okay. Y'all gonna look at me and be like, oh, Karnok, you're so amazing. You solved the case. You found the ghost.
So where are we going?
Hmm?
Where are we going?
The castle.
Okay.
I thought we were just there.
No, we were
Y'all-
there this morning, and then we went and fought Chew, whatever his name is.
It wasn't that wasn't really a fight. Y'all kind of just
I destroyed him.
And then Merlin left us, and we fought mimics. And now
Oh,
we're going back.
how was that, by the way?
It was Karnok almost died, but I mean it was fun.
Almost like we needed a healer and they weren't there.
That's kind of crazy.
I was fine.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool.
And
You
then
probably could have gotten away.
Yeah, it
and
was
then
fine.
one of the soldiers almost died.
Oh yeah, one of the soldiers got like his like stomach ripped open, but
Yeah, I'll look the same anyway.
now
That's
that's
kind of
racist.
messed. That you want to call meat? That I can
like
at least. Well, that's messed up because you know all life is precious. I just hope he eats his meal of the day.
Okay. But yeah, that's all for the carriage ride.
So, wait, didn't you say you had a way to turn off the mimics?
What do
Ooh.
you mean?
Merlin, you said the bird gave you a way to turn off the mimics earlier when you were explaining things.
Yep.
Was that before or after we killed them?
Honestly, probably after.
Of course. Just our luck.
Like I got it, and then literally a few minutes later, I just see you guys walking up towards the carriage. So it's like, oh,
Merlin,
this was
Merlin,
anyway.
you don't actually have the key with you.
Ah. Oh yeah, I don't.
And I don't have that knife because the stinking guard done took it.
I forgot. I forget them. All right.
My
Well,
security officer in this game has a fucking segue.
but
You
yeah.
guys, as you guys are like starting to wrap up your conversation, you hear a loud click, and the queen is like, aha! You see, she's like holding up she's dropped her jewels in her lap. She's holding up her crown, like the jewel is back in place. She, turns around, puts it on her head, and she like folds her hands in her lap, all the tools still on there, and she's like, "What were we talking about?"
Ghost.
Karnok just
No.
he's
So, why are you discussing ghosts?
Karnok won't let it go.
It's because I'm right. And they all think I'm lying.
It's
I don't think you're
not a big
lying,
issue.
Karnok.
It's not a big issue. Your Majesty.
Karnok. I don't think you're lying that you think you've seen a ghost. I just think that you're wrong.
And that the same thing.
No, but you can believe it.
Mr. Queen, your
Mr.
castle is
Queen,
haunted
there it is.
I can assure you my castle is not haunted.
by baby orc children.
Baby.
He believes that the butler is causing your castle to be haunted.
He was talking to an orc child. It was a ghost because it was white. And he was talking about souls.
Please have her say that's racist.
Peregrine was talking to a ghost, you say?
A white orc ghost child.
Okay, you don't. Okay.
But don't let him know I told you.
Okay. We have another discussion, it seems.
Another?
So you
What
know
did
what's
I
going
do?
on?
Yes, he has foolishly made several pacts with several higher beings, which is why he is such a powerful warlock. It's not a ghost.
It is.
Although,
See, Karnok?
now that I think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if he did make a pact with some powerful spirit that I don't know about.
I told you it's a ghost. I've
Oh,
never
no.
seen an orc that small.
Oh no,
I-
please.
I doubt it was actually an orc child that you saw.
That's even worse.
Oh my god.
It saw my
Oh, no.
face. I'm gonna die.
Karnok, please just let this go.
Merlin, Merlin and Samuel, you notice she's about to say something and then she like stops herself from doing it and she's like,
You'll just make things worse.
He's having like a whole existential crisis. Like, I need to go talk to my family. I might die.
I'm just.
Karnok, everyone dies eventually. You will not die just because you saw this ghost.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I am almost certain that what you saw wasn't a ghost and it wouldn't kill you.
Sam, is that more than really sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Merlin and Sam, you caught like that word coming out. She was about to say like 90% or something like that. And she
Karnok
stopped
would-
herself.
Yeah.
I'm just like in character. I'm just like trying not to laugh because I'm like, this is stupid. But oh well.
See, Karnok, it's fine.
Guys pull up in front of the castle and the carriage like stops in the castle courtyard. Some movement as like the driver gets off the carriage and opens the door, and standing there is Peregrine, the butler, Karnok.
I know he's just staying there like frozen in shock. I'm like,
and
what do
you know
I do?
he opens the door and he like bows and then offers his hand to like help the queen get out.
Karnok takes his hand and then walks out.
No, Karnok doesn't. Karnok's staying. He's staying his butt
Yeah,
back.
no. The queen gets out first and begins to walk away. And he, offers his hand again in case any of you guys want help stepping down from the carriage.
Nah, I don't need no help.
Karnok's gonna be the last one to get out.
I get out first.
Sam accepts the help to get out.
All right.
Karnok like slowly, like reluctantly takes his hand.
This giant man needs help getting out.
All right. So he helps you all down. You step away from the carriage and closes the door and gets back on the seat and like drives the carriage away, presumably to like put the horses back in the stables or something. And you see the queen going up the steps into the castle, and you can see like from the distance she's put her goggles back on and she is staring at the rod again. Like clearly like, studying it as she walks.
Beautiful.
Can I make a what is it, perception check?
On what?
Door.
On what? The queen?
No, the ghost.
He's looking for ghosts.
Go ahead.
Oof. I rolled a 0.
Yeah, no, there are. It is broad daylight. You are outside. There's no ghosts. There are guards standing around you. There's your friends standing around you. You're fine. There are no ghosts.
With any that I could see, everyone knows they're invisible in the
The low
daylight.
perception, the 0 perception makes him think that everything is a ghost.
I don't see anything. There could be a war going on. I think it's like a beautiful day.
His eyes are
Gotta-
closed.
I'm like squinted one eye open.
He's trying. No, he's trying to detect the ghost, so he closes his eyes, seeing if he can feel any ghosts nearby. All right, so we're going into the castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys walk into the castle. See a couple sentries posted around, and you're in like the big like main entrance hall. Where do you guys want to go?
Is Peregrine nearby, or did we dip? We left him already.
You left Peregrine, although presumably he would he is the queen's butler. He would probably come back into the castle to, if not attend to the queen, then attend to his other duties in the castle.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna ask him for a location. Like, so where's the library at?
I mean, like I said, there are sentries posted about. You could presumably they would know at least the basic layout.
Okay. Well, I go try to find the library.
What about Sam and Karnok?
Do you want my actual answer, or do you want me to play in character?
What does Karnok want to do right now?
Going to get some food.
Okay. What about you, Sam?
Like, Sam's probably gonna go like to his room and like just
Okay.
kind of rest after the battle.
All right. So, Samuel, you've had to make the journey a couple times, so you can find your way to your room after getting lost down a couple hallways. Like I said, this place is a fucking maze.
Yeah.
But you eventually make it back to your room. Karnok, after the other night and the amount of time you spent wandering around, you know your way to the kitchen because the path is seared into your mind after your horrifying encounter. So you can make it to the kitchen. And Merlin, you you ask a couple of the sentries posted in the hall. They give you some vague directions that aren't super like you want something a bit more precise than just like like this wing this way and stuff like that. When one of them rattles off a series of like lefts and rights and like exact directions, and then you like down to pause and like write this thing down because it's a long fucking list of directions.
All to get to a library.
Yep.
All right.
And you eventually find your way to the castle's like not public but like open library, where you see there are a couple other guards like stationed outside the doors, and one of them is sitting at a desk. Like he's still in his guard armor, but he's like the custodians or the like librarian's desk, sitting there in his full armor, spear leaning against the desk, and he's just kind of like sitting there drumming his fingers on the table, like his head is propped up in his hand, and he's like looks super out of it. And
Does he look like he's gonna be any use of helping me find shit?
I mean, no, it just looks like he's bored.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's been like it looks like he's just been sitting here all morning type thing. It's like, and nobody's talked to him.
That's fun.
But you walk in, you to the library proper. The guards in front of the door had like stopped you and asked who you were and what your business was, and you explained, you're Merlin. You're
research.
it's like you explained like you're like an associate of the queen. You helped catch two and everything. They say like, oh, nice, and they let you in. And yeah, you see the guard at the desk. You see the rows and rows of like very nice wooden bookshelves. The library's 2 stories. You can see like there's a wraparound banister for more bookshelves on top, and there's like a bunch of tables in the center, and then at the far end there's the desk with the guard at it. But what are you hoping to research?
Let's see. The guard's a librarian, right?
I mean, presumably he is at like the librarian, like what you would assume to be the librarian's desk.
Do I go up and ask to make sure? I'm like, you like the librarian here? I'm like,
He perks up at your approach and he like with a look like thank god something to do. He's like, and you know, you ask his question. He's like, yeah, I'm in charge of the library today.
oh, okay. Um, so basically what I'm trying to do, I'm looking for books on metallic dragons just to, brush up my knowledge, but make sure I'm not gonna do something stupid. And like any book that has to do with like, I don't know, different dimensions, interplanar shit, like planar stuff, planar gods, planar dimensions. I don't give a fuck.
He like he raises his eyebrows a bit and he says, let's see, something about dragons. That should be second floor. One moment, and he like reaches under the desk, pulls out a massive fucking tome, like slams it on the desk, like flips to the back, sees like a long list, like it's clearly like an index type thing, and he's like, searching through. He's like, da, 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 da. He like finger going down like the rows and rows of things. He's like, okay. He like flips to another page, starts like counting numbers and stuff. And he flips to another one, goes down another long list. He's like, okay, yeah, second floor. It should be shelf 5. They're all labeled. And like he's not looking up. Like second floor should be shelf 5. That should have some of the research and histories of dragons.
All right.
And said other planes.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's not there's not a whole lot of stuff on that.
Anything
Who
you
are
have
you?
would work.
He's like says like he's like, oh, what the fuck? Why D&D Beyond? I thing just like closed.
Oh yeah, no. There it is. It's back.
He like look. He asks like, who are you exactly? Why do you want this stuff?
Friend of the queen. Well, more an
Uh,
associate. We had a common interest, but yeah.
okay, why do you want these books? Because these are restricted.
And whose permission would I need to access them?
I mean, the queen.
She's gonna be busy for about a day. She found
I mean,
something interesting.
hold on. When you say associate of the queen, what exactly do you mean?
We helped her reclaim her crown jewel. So we've been guests at the palace.
Oh shit! You guys caught Chew?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! I'll go look at those books right now. And he pulls out a big like a key ring, and he like starts. He like gets out up from his desk and like walks away.
Let's go.
I was about to say, Tomo, why haven't you just mentioned that you caught the bird?
You forget I am also socially awkward, so
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
You go upstairs. Like there's a couple little spiral staircases along the banisters and stuff, and you go upstairs, and you can you find your way to a bookshelf 5, and you like peruse like some of the titles like on like the spines of the books, and you see some of them, like a lot of them are bestiaries and like documenting and like specific types of monsters and other creatures. And you find give me an investigation check, actually.
all right. Second. What's my investigation?
Eve. So you don't find anything specific, but you do find a book on that is like a general bestiary for draconic things.
Yes, I'll take that.
And you take it off the shelf, you give it like a quick flick through some of the pages, and different like title chapters and stuff, and you see there's like a very very brief history of dragons, like in general, and it's more so a series of interviews on the culture of Dragonborn.
Is
Yeah.
that all this book it really has? It's like, well,
and a general overview of like different like known species of dragon and dragonborn.
does it like mention anything like even vague, or like it can be vague specific about bronze dragons, or no?
It does like this, like I said, brief overview of like the different species of dragons, and it does like list that that metallic dragons tend to be much more open to negotiation and diplomacy and stuff like that, and tend to be more inclined to follow rules and laws. Like they don't believe themselves as above those around them, type thing. And like one of the other things you would skim, like every dragon has its own vice, and bronze dragons, or brass dragons rather, tend to crave stimulating conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, look, so I just read that right quick, put it back, and I go to see if the guard brought the books.
As you start descending the spiral staircase, you see the guard coming out from a like a heavily like fortified door that was like in between some bookshelves, and he has a couple books under his arm, turns around and locks the door, and puts the key ring back on his belt, and he goes back up to his desk and he sets him down. And he like calls out, because he isn't looking around or anything. He just calls out, "I found him."
So yeah, I approach. I go like, anything else? Anything I should know about why you were restricted, or am I just free to read it?
Like, I mean, it's
Look what I sent you.
yeah, no, I saw.
We're good.
He explains, I mean, they're restricted mostly just because some of the like research and knowledge could be potentially dangerous, and also, I mean, like I'm holding, like these are 3 books. These are like the only 3 books we have on the subject. There's not a whole lot. It's mostly restricted because it's like potentially ongoing research, and some of the research is surprisingly dangerous.
I see. As I grab the books and I go and I say thank you, as I like find a place to like sit down and read.
Yeah, there's plenty of tables and chairs out in front of the desk.
Yeah. I don't want to spend too long on this. What exact do I find? What new information would I gain?
So, hold on. Pull up. So on the subject. So the things that you find, first of all, something you notice, one of the books is like, or it, the two of the books are just made by like random researchers and stuff, but one of them is specifically said it is a an ancient tome translated and transcribed by the queen herself. The original tome is held by the Mighty Hero Canyon, like that is his full title, the Mighty Hero Canyon. And the like forward like explains like the book held ancient lore describing uh like the travel between or like extraplanar travel, and it is the original text art is shrouded in mysticism and extra like flamboyant gestures that are not actually needed, like all these things. Like I have added my like this has been transcribed with my own practical notes and stuff like that. And you read through it. It's a pretty big book, but with your skimming, you notice like you get to like what things exactly are you interested in the book?
Honestly, I was gonna just work with whatever you decide to give me.
I mean, like what subject specifically? Because there are a lot. It covers a lot of topics, like just the different types of planes,
Yeah,
the
let's
travel between them, stuff like that.
firstly I'll try to look up anything revolving like the gems.
Okay, so you get to like the section describing the gems, and it specifically says like again, the translation is very wordy and rather filled with like all kinds of flowery language and stuff. And like you see like the extra notes that she's provided where it just like it simplifies everything. It's like there are 12 stones that when placed inside of a specific altar that seems to no longer exist will open a gateway leading to the other planes.
It says altar. It says the alt. Does it like say what's like specific altar is, or it's just that it just doesn't exist?
It says like it talks like her notes just say like the altar no longer exists, but if you read like the original translation, it talks about a dais uh like in full view of the stars, um and like you've noticed like throughout the entire book it references a civilization that you have never heard of before.
Even me? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's like it whatever civilization it is old as shit. It either like didn't it's like this is all a fucking weird ass prank, or this civilization is so fucking old that there is barely any written record of it, and it seems to not exist today.
But like, so I'm just reading this and I just go, huh. 13 years of like nothing but studying, and like even I'm drawing a blank. That kind of just
Yeah,
that
it's
kinda,
like you like I said, you see like it refers like the original text like refers to like our people and stuff like that, but you've never heard of any of these structures. You've never heard of any of the famous names mentioned, like the like important figures mentioned. You've never heard of some of these like the names of these locations. You've never heard of the continent it's talking about.
Interesting.
But yeah, like it specifically about the stones, it mentions like when the stones are gathered and placed on the like center plinth of the dais under the stars gaze, a gateway will open to all of creation. Like that's the flowery, that's like the gist of the flowery language used.
Okay.
And like you see like the notes that the queen made, and it's like I've attempted to locate the altar several times with all kinds of divination spells, and it seems to no longer exist.
Seems no longer good. Okay. Well, interesting. And then, honestly, the only other thing I'm interested is like how many planes are there that they can.
So
they use?
it's the extraplanar wheel. Like it's the greater wheel basically of D&D cosmology. Like it's nothing particular.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well-
you know when you search up like D&D like extraplanar cosmology thing, like that fucking picture, it's that. Like that's the diagram drawn in the book.
Oh, okay.
Although you will I will point out you can't read it.
Huh?
Like there are labels on it, you can't read them.
Huh.
And the queen like puts notes in like the margin saying like have been unable to translate this language. However, from my like understanding of the Great Wheel and like other things, like these should be the planes. And you see like underneath all the labels are like her notes in Elvish. And it's like you can't read the original thing, but you can read the Queen's translation, and it from your vague understanding of the subject. Like I said, this is like the only fucking notes that exist, like the only real research that exists. Like your time at the academy have like a very very brief overview of this, of our our limited understanding of the Great Wheel. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is what you remember from like those classes and stuff. It's like, which means either this is like the queen is right, or that class was based off of these notes.
I took. I'm like, I took a class just based on the Queen's note. Fucking hilarious. I could have potentially taken a class based on.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I basically after figuring out all I cared to figure out, I just returned the book to the librarian.
I mean, I will say the other two books made by like other people, one of them was extensive research into the concept and application of demiplanes. And the other one was rather than like practical research, seemed to be a much more personal, like it like claims that this is nonfiction, like this is a story, but it seems to be a much more personal account. Probably more like a journal diary type thing, or a biography of this guy's woefully tragic like journey through the nine hells.
Do I like? Can I see the authors of those like what the authors of those two books? If you have a name for them, or
so the demiplane one, the author is you like look at the author, the name, and memories immediately come flooding back of your time in the academy, of this one asshole named Ambrosius, who was basically constantly, always one-upping you,
Wow. Okay.
and is possibly, probably one of the reasons you eventually left the academy, because he was like you. Everybody at the academy was kind of a highfalutin prick. He was the fucking worst. The other author is no like last name. It's just it just says Dante.
Eat.
And I will hope that somebody gets that reference.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, good.
Uh, all right. Did not need that in the morning, but oh well, afternoon. But yeah, shut up.
Shut up, Brandon.
What did Brandon say? Shut the fuck up.
Dyslexic it is. Can't even spell. All right. But yeah, I think I'll just return the books and like I'll end that part. I'll leave it off at that.
Yeah. So, you hand the guard back the books, grabs his keys to go put them back. He says, like, you found everything you needed?
Mostly. And some unpleasant memories. But yeah.
And he like looks down at the book and like, okay. And he, picks them up and goes to put them away.
I have to go back there at some point. I was thinking, I'm eventually gonna have to go back, and
gonna
I'm a
I
bit.
have to go back to learn about this dragon.
I don't even know. Like we're gonna have. I feel like we're gonna eventually have to go there, but then I'm just dreading the thought of fucking Karnok. As as like memories, I'm memorizing my time there, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna hate it.
But where are you going now, Merlin?
All right, as of right now, I'm just gonna go to my room to like just
Okay.
think on the
Yeah,
information.
You make your way back up to your room. And see, Samuel, you said you were like meditating in your room, right?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. And Karnok, you said you were raiding the kitchens.
Yep.
So
Like always.
you make your way over to the kitchen, and you see you open the door, and there are a bunch of chefs and maids and butlers and stuff, like going around the kitchen making food and stuff. And you like open the door. I'll say, do you just like open the door and step in, or do you kind of like just peek through? Like kind of like stick your head through the door and say, like, hello?
I'm gonna just like, excuse me, a day.
Like the ones like nearest the door like stop and turn to look, and they're like, can we help you? Like they're looking at you a little warily.
They're like, yeah, I just came here for some food.
Hey, well, we're still making the food.
Do you know when it's gonna be ready?
Like, I mean, it's like he like looks at a clock on the wall. It's like 11 in the morning, man. We're like preparing like dinner and stuff.
Just, but what about lunch? Y'all don't eat lunch?
I mean, we do, but this is, the dinner feast.
I'm assuming Mike was doing a Arcana check for his room.
His meditation stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna just tell them like, okay, well, do you have any like bread and some meat?
Like, one of the aides says like, sure, and she like turns, she goes to that like pantry that Peregrine had led you to before, and like gets a loaf of bread out, hands it to you.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
She watches they watch you do that with fucking sheer befuddlement.
Well, I'm gonna save it for later.
Okay,
Do you have any meat?
sure. They, same maid turns around and picks up a carving knife and like cuts off a piece of drying meat and hands it to you.
Be like, okay, thank you. I'm gonna just try and like smile, wave, like like the little kid wave where it's like really fast and just like
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you turn around and walk out the door.
Yep.
And you immediately hear like as soon as the door closes, you hear like harsh whispers. Who the fuck was that?
you're like, excuse me, I can still hear you.
And you hear more hushed whispers. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I think I saw him at dinner the other night. And it's like, really? And he's like, yeah, he was with the queen. And he's like, is she talking with an orc? Like, she's allowed to do that?
I can hear all this, right?
Yeah, you can. Well, have you started walking away?
Well, as soon as I heard them like speaking, I mean, I like kind of stopped and was like, excuse me, I can still hear
Yeah,
you.
you can like hear like at just like the edge of your hearing, you can hear the harsh whispers.
I'm gonna just like, I'm really tempted to turn around and be like, excuse me, it's bad to talk up to people behind their back, but
I mean, you've closed the door.
okay, well, I'm gonna just walk away and I'm gonna just like, is there any guards around or anything like that?
No. I mean, there is one like at the end of a hallway.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna walk to my room, and if I pass the guard, I'm gonna just be like, can you believe them people? They're so rude.
Yeah, you walk past the guard, and you say that to him, and he just looks at you confused, like, what?
The chefs.
People? Like, okay. He's like I said, he's at the end of the hallway. He didn't hear you
Yeah, I
or
know.
hear the conversation. It's
I
like,
know. I'm gonna be like, you want some bread?
like, no, thank you.
Okay. Bidet. And I'm gonna leave.
Okay. The guard just kind of keeps looking out past you, and it's like, okay. And he just, goes back to standing guard.
Okay. So,
You said you walk back to your room.
yep. Walk back to my room and go to sleep until somebody wakes me up. Or I hear like the door open.
So, Merlin, Sam, you two doing anything in particular in your rooms, or are you just like resting and stuff?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything particular.
Okay. I will say, Karnok,
Yep.
when you got back to your room, you just immediately flopped into bed?
I mean, I was eating the food and all that, so like I'll probably
Yeah.
put like the bread on the table and or like
Yeah,
wherever.
but I'm saying part of the reason that you like everybody was looking at you so funny is you are still covered in mimic blood.
Oh. I mean, is it like it all dried up?
It is I mean it's a little like still a little like wet and sticky in places, but it is like a reddish purple and stuff like that.
I mean,
It is splattered all over you.
if there's any sticky parts, I go like I'll go wash it off. But like if it's mostly dried, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, it's at this point it's mostly dry.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you just flop down onto the bed, and get the sheets covered in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Merlin, Samuel, you two doing anything in particular?
As of right now,
Yeah,
no.
Mike's still gone.
I'm just resting. I'm just resting.
Yeah,
Like
Mike's still-
I was just gonna like rest till dinner.
Okay, yeah, Mike's still not here. Good Christ, Brandon.
I mean, he's gone into bed with worse.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
Wait. Is Karnok? I just got back. Is Karnok like laying in bed with the bread in his pocket?
No, he put it on the
remembered
table.
You remembered to take the bread out of his pocket. He flopped down into bed and didn't realize that the reason everybody was looking at him a little strangely and was a little worried is that he is still caked in mimic blood.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I mean, he's gone to bed in worse.
All right, let me do another Arcana check.
I was about to say, are you doing anything in particular in your room?
Blowing it up.
Oh,
Would that
All
wake us
right.
up if like it's actually like are you actually blowing it up?
well, we'll see what exactly happens. Am I allowed to roll dice, like custom dice on you?
Oh no, Daniel. I was gonna say like if I roll low enough, like the magic surges and it just fucking explodes in my face.
Well, no, I mean I was gonna say I could do the
Are you gonna
10,000 list.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but I mean if you want.
I say go for it.
I just checked the game log. I'm like, oh, that's
I saw the one pop up and I was like, oh, well, all right.
I'm fucked.
About to scorch the entire room.
That'll wake
Alright,
Karnok up. Usually
have
a
a
heavy
custom
sleeper.
dice roller. Yeah.
What do you mean custom dice roller? Just go to fucking Google and do RNG.
Well,
uh,
yeah, true. I did that and it was just immediately it's like RPG dice. It's like D6. It's like no, that's not what I want. 1 to 10,000 generate. Right.
7,219 is what I got
I got
Out of 1,000?
out of 10,000.
Oh. I was about to say, that's Karnok's type of math. Out of 1,000, you got 7,000.
Oh god.
Okay.
Damn. What did I just do in my room?
So you feel a violent surge of energy as you're like trying to meditate, and you feel it concentrate very quickly in your eyes.
I'm blind now.
No. You open your eyes, and you can still see. You look around the room, and it doesn't look like anything's happened. But
Do I sense anything or no?
I mean, you sense, just the violent, magic surge.
Oh,
But there's no like big sound. There's no explosion or anything. But Samuel, you feel, something weird has happened with like the magic around you and stuff.
Okay. I just screamed like an expletive.
All right, you don't want to like try and figure out like what the fuck just went wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna scream the expletive first and then try and figure out what went wrong. Yeah.
All right. You wanna, I don't know, roll, roll Arcana or use Detect Magic or something.
I mean, I don't have detect magic, so
Oh, you don't?
how do you not?
12.
Yeah, you look or you like study the surroundings, and it's like you don't sense anything weird, around you. You just feel like this weird oppressive aura, like has kind of like started to settle around your eyes.
All right, give me 1 second while
Oh god damn it!
my eyes get oppressed. I'm making food, okay?
No, we're talking about
the D&D Beyond.
Oh,
yeah,
did it? Yeah, I was gonna say I just saw that too. All right, we're back.
So if you two want to know what I rolled, it's if Caster. This is why I was trying to get him to cast Detect Magic. If Caster uses Detect Magic, he's blinded for 1d10 rounds.
That's all? Huh.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So this list of 10,000 things, it's a lot of them are very similar things because it's trying to just like get every tiny little magical effect that it can.
All right, I'm back. I got 4 minutes before I gotta get my food out of the air fryer.
But yeah, you feel this like weirdly oppressive aura around your eyes. But like hold on, let me actually roll something right quick. Where's that roll? Okay.
How bad
And
could it be? Like actually?
it's not a like permanent thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
But you are like looking around, and after like a little over a minute, the like feeling just kind of goes away, and you like look around, like you continue to look around, continue like trying to feel out the magic around you and stuff, but it seems to have dissipated.
That should be fine.
Yeah. If Michael, if you're wondering what exactly I rolled, if Caster, this is why I was trying to get you to use Detect Magic. If Caster uses Detect Magic, he's blinded for 1d10 rounds.
Well, good thing I don't have Detect Magic.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to get you to use it.
Good thing I don't have Detect Magic.
Hey, Michael, or Daniel, you mind selecting a map?
Oh, did I not?
Yeah, for me it says waiting for DM to select a map.
I mean, I
did.
refreshed
Yeah,
the page and it's still like the forest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's just you, bro.
I just press refresh.
okay, yeah, I got it.
Rolled one. Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That turned out not too bad because you just
Because I don't have the spell.
But anything, you guys doing anything else in particular? You're just gonna wait around.
I mean, yeah.
Right. So after a couple hours of Samuel, you meditating, Merlin, you I guess just resting, and Karnok being knocked the fuck out. You each like hear the click, the familiar click of the polished, like hard-soled shoes of Peregrine, and he knocks on each of your doors in succession, and is like standing out in the hall.
Yeah,
uh
I exit the room.
I exit the room.
So
Karnok leaves.
Knocked out.
Now Karnok got up. He wasn't in a complete deep sleep. Just if anything happened with the door, he was gonna like wake up because he's still on edge of the ghost.
okay, so he like sees you all like walk out of your rooms, and like all the rooms opening and stuff. You all step out. It's like standing out in the hallway, and he's like looking more towards Merlin and Sam, because you were the ones he like last opened the ones to last open the doors and get out. He's like looking at you three, and he says like, "I'm here to collect you for for dinner, and he like as like looking down, he stops on you, Karnok, and he's like, "Never mind, Karnok,
Yeah.
you are filthy."
He's still covered in.
I'm just looking around like I'm in.
You,
I wipe my hands and I'm like, look, see, I'm clean.
you are covered in. He like turns to Merlin and Sam. What is that?
Arnold, you're gonna have to answer.
He
Oh.
turns to Merlin and Sam and says like, "What is that?" He like gesturing to the stuff caking his body.
Oh, yeah. I believe that is mimic blood or guts, one or the other.
Karnok, please tell me you did not sleep on the sheets like that.
As
Well,
I'm just
where
already
else am I
starting to
gonna?
laugh.
Where else am I gonna sleep?
Please. Okay. All three of you should, wash up for dinner. Karnok, please take a bath.
But I took one last week.
Take one right now.
Okay, fine. Yeah, just walk in the door, or walk in the room, close the door, and just like I don't even understand why I gotta take a bath. I'm not even that dirty. My hands are clean.
So, do you go back into your room to take a bath?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay. Yeah, so you, as you like go into the bathroom, you close the door behind you again, and while you're, cleaning yourself up, I don't know how exactly you go about doing that, but you hear a bunch of fabric shifting and stuff in the room.
Hello?
And your peregrine call out. It's like, yes, it's me. I'm cleaning your sheets, or I'm changing your sheets because they are covered in mimic blood.
All right,
Okay.
sorry about that. I should be back. I should be back for good now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just in the tub, just scrubbing it up.
Did Peregrine make Karnok bathe?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And he's changing out his sheets. But like he had told Merlin and Sam to go, like, just generally kind of clean yourself up for dinner. No, like Merlin, you immediately know that means just like put weapons away. If you maybe dust yourself off, wash your hands type thing.
Yeah.
And Samuel, you get the sense that it's probably something similar. Instead of wearing like your normal adventuring garb, probably wear like your nicer clothes that they
Yeah,
gave you.
I was just say I put on the clothes that they put me in that first night, or like that first dinner service.
Yeah.
Karnok does the same thing because he's already had a talking to about it.
And now he's being obedient.
I've already been yelled at once today. He's just gonna do
Get
it.
yelled at.
I was filthy. Not
Oh,
actually
wow.
yelled at. It was just.
About to say, Peregrine did not actually raise his voice.
No, he not actually yelled. They just got in trouble. So.
Shut up.
Yeah, honestly, should have. Fucking. But Karnok, when you finish bathing, you step out of the bathroom. I don't know, like what you're wearing.
I thought it was the same thing that like the little
No.
suit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like you brought that stuff in with you.
But I mean, I
No.
assumed it was like laid out on the bed. Like I'm
He
sure.
comes out of the
Well,
bathroom- he comes out of the bathroom naked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Because so you like walk out. You've toweled off a bit.
How would I just
What-
shook?
Okay, you shook off, and
Like a-
you see Peregrine smoothing out the sheets and everything with a basket at the foot of the bed on the floor, like filled with other sheets. And he has his back to you, and he says, uh, here's your footsteps plodding and behind him, and he's like, all right, Karnok, I've changed your sheets. They are no longer covered in blood. Please wear your, and he like turns, he like, stops smoothing out, and he turns around and sees you, and he looks up, and he's like, please wear the nice clothing we gave you.
I know I was looking for it. You already told me. Only wear my finest clothes for the queen.
Like, yes, hopefully she can drag herself away from her current project to join us for dinner. I will leave now. Please get dressed. And he like he like turns and like swiftly like leaves the room and like closes the door behind him.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't make any comments about the fact that I'm actually just like naked.
Well, yeah,
he's
that's
a-
why I
he's a
said he
Well, I
looked
know,
up.
yeah.
He
I-
looked straight up.
I know that's what I got. That's why, but I was like, I don't know. But
He's
yeah,
a butler. He's got to be polite.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just put on the clothes that I'm assuming he set out
Although-
because he.
Yeah. Although I will say, actually, give me a perception check.
Perception, right?
Yep.
9.
Minus
I
one.
will say, you noticed he did have a bit like a bit of a light blush. He's probably not used to seeing people naked.
He's
type
probably
thing.
not used to
Peregrine's
seeing.
inter-
Probably not used to seeing something as large as he is. That's a joke.
I hate that implication.
Karnok's dick is 4 feet long.
Yeah, that's
They didn't call me horse for nothing.
nobody's called you horse.
As far as you know, at least.
Oh.
No, but okay. So I noticed that he like kind of just like did the awkward blush thing where it's like kind of uncomfortable, unless
Yeah.
he was feeling me like that.
Yeah, no. There was like a bit of an awkward, he like turned around, like paused for like half a second, and then immediately looked up with like a very faint blush on his cheeks.
I'm gonna be like,
He
oh.
did not want to see that.
Yeah,
Be like, my bad.
but yeah, he like fully left the room and is just waiting out in the hall.
I'm gonna just get dressed and walk out.
Yeah, you get dressed and you shook off like all the water, so there are quite a lot of like wet patches on your clothing now. But and your hair is still like wet, and you like step out of the room after putting on your the boots they gave you and everything, and he has like schooled his expression, hands behind his back waiting dutifully. Merlin and Sam had already are already like outside the rooms. He hears the door close and looks over to you, sighs, seeing that you're covered in water still. Like you're still not dry. He just waves his hand, and you like you feel like a bit of a warm breeze like pass through you, and your clothes are all dry.
Does my hair flow in the wind?
No, it's not an actual breeze.
Oh dang.
He just used prestidigitation.
Okay.
But he looks at the three of you, nodding to himself. You're all presentable, and he says, like, if you would follow me into the banquet hall, and he, begins to walk off. Lead you three, back to the same banquet hall from the other night, and he, walks in, and he pauses and like tenses slightly, and then he turns around and says, like, if you three would make yourselves comfortable, I have something to attend to. I need to fetch the queen. And he walks out of the room.
So I'm guessing it's just us in here.
Yeah, it's just you and the same guard, the same sentry from last night, posted next to one of the doors.
I'm gonna look back and I'll be like, excuse me, I never got your name.
The guard?
Yep.
Like, oh, I'm Devin.
Kinda close to Derek, don't you think?
As
I
if you had a
guess.
choice.
Be like, okay, so how long have you been a guard?
Like,
While this bullshit's going on, Sam's already like found his place to sit.
yeah, he says, like my whole life.
I'm gonna look at M and Sam and I'll be like, I think they're clones.
You know what a clone is?
Nope.
Then how would you know how to use the word?
Okay, I won't actually say that. I'll just be like, I'll just look to the guard and be like, your whole life, like, all you did was guard. That sounds so boring.
I mean, no, like I'm the soldier in the queen's like service.
So do you get like
Like-
vacation days or like holidays, like days off?
Like, I mean, yeah, I get days off.
Do you have a
It's
family?
it's a job.
Do you have a family,
Like, yeah.
a wife and kids?
I mean, no, but I got parents.
Is your mom tall?
He is like does have to look up slightly at you because you're a bit taller
Yeah.
than him. He's like, I mean, I guess no.
Well, like,
average height for a female high elf.
but like taller than your dad.
No.
Oh, see, I can't relate to this man.
I'm just not gonna
Karnok,
comment.
please stop trying to pull the guard's mother and come sit down.
I'm not trying to do nothing. I just wanted to see if he's like my dad.
He just kind of like looks at you like a little befuddled, like, what?
Karnok, please leave the poor guard alone and come sit down.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you later, Devin.
Like, he like has like a look like a resigned look of disappointment, like he almost wished you hadn't said that. He's like, okay.
I'm gonna just sit down and be like, I was having a conversation, Sam. Why'd you pull me away?
Karnok, the guard didn't want to talk to you.
Going to the bathroom for a bit.
You think?
Did you see how he looked disappointed at the end of the conversation?
Well, yeah, because it ended.
No, he was disappointed because there would be another.
Nah, you're just messing with me.
Excuse me, Devin, was it?
Yes, my name is Devin.
Do you want to talk to him again?
You kind of put him
He,
on the
like-
spot like that.
He like eyes Karnok for a second, and he like looks back at you. He's like, there are consequences if I say no.
No.
Yeah, you won't be my buddy.
I'm trying to
It-
explain to him that you didn't want to talk to him.
Like, it looks at you, Karnak, and says, "I was hoping you wouldn't want to talk later because I'm very tired."
Okay, we we don't have to talk.
Like, thank you. Like, goes back to just staring at the wall, basically.
So I assume at this point we're just waiting for Peregrine and the Queen to get back.
Yeah.
So Karnak wants to take out his rock
Okay.
God.
and lick it.
Of course.
But like just like a stealthy one, you know.
Roll stealth check.
I was about to say, roll stealth or sleight of hand.
15.
Oh.
Damn it.
Why do you always roll so high on stealth?
I'm a very sneaky. I keep telling y'all this. Nobody ever believes me.
But yeah, you managed to not draw any eyes as you slowly pull the rock out from your bag or your pocket, and then in plain view of everyone, not that anyone's actually paying attention, you kind of pick it up or like put it towards your mouth, to lean over a little bit, like hunch your shoulders a little, and just kind of give it a lick, and then slowly put it back in your pocket. Sit back up straight.
So dumb.
It's a part of his character.
I know.
You're just jealous because you didn't see it. So now what I'm gonna just do is be like, okay, so these people don't believe in eating food at lunch.
What?
I went to the kitchen, like I said I was going to do.
Okay.
I walked in, and when I asked for food, they were like, "We're making dinner."
Oh, okay.
They skipped lunch.
Oh no, they didn't skip lunch. You just went in when they were preparing dinner.
But there was no lunch.
Karnok.
It was before lunchtime, and there was no lunch.
Ask Merlin.
Well, I can't. He's looking at his notes right now, just scribbling away, not paying attention. Like, look,
Oh.
Merlin, if you think I'm a genius, say nothing. See? He thinks I'm a genius.
God damn it. Ask God.
Who?
Daniel,
What?
explain to me why why they weren't making a lunch.
Oh, you want to know why they weren't making lunch?
Yeah, please.
You went to the wrong kitchen.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. No, Karnok. You do
Yeah.
realize we're in a castle, yes?
Mm-hmm.
There are more than one kitchen.
Well, yeah, for like other people.
No,
That's their
no,
homes.
no. Karnok, they don't live in the kitchen.
No, not the people. It's the other kitchen for other people.
What? Karnok,
There's one kitchen per.
They prepare different meals in different kitchens.
What are they, like some rich people? They got more than one kitchen?
Karnok, we're in a castle.
So
Yes, they're rich people.
so they
The
weren't.
Queen is the richest person in this country.
Facts.
So this is what you listen to. You don't listen to anything else I was saying, M, but this is what you hear.
I look up from my book. I go back to my book.
And that's why you said I was a genius.
I never said those words.
I specifically said, M, if you think I'm a genius, say nothing.
I think it's just because he doesn't listen to you.
That is true.
That's because M doesn't have as high of the intelligence that I have. Is jealous.
I'm not going to even entertain this conversation.
Because he knows I'm right.
Sam just kind of laughs under his breath. It's just like, God damn it.
It's like Karnok's an idiot, so you know. You can't win with him.
Sam just laughs under his breath.
And be like,
Yeah, I know how idiots think. That's why I was just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna just drop this because he's gonna just keep saying dumb stuff.
because you know you're not gonna win. But I'm gonna be like, okay, but so you're saying they have 3 kitchens.
Probably more.
He's having like an
Probably-
existential crisis right now of just like there can
I
be
believe you
more
just
than
went to the dinner one.
When are we ever not having an existential crisis about new information?
but like this is like big information. Like you could have more than one kitchen.
Karnok, this is
That's
a
his new
really
dream.
good place.
That's his new dream. He doesn't want to get with a tall woman anymore. He just wants more than one kitchen.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
wants
why
to
can't I do
live
both?
in a big house with 2 kitchens.
Did Karnok finally know what numbers are now?
He knows
Yeah,
like 1 to
no,
10.
Yeah, no, he knows how to like count on his fingers and knows what like a digit is type thing. And like
I need to remember.
and you know knows that like how to like he generally knows like you know greater than, lesser than. He doesn't know how to math though.
Anything with decimals, like if you're adding decimals, just beyond him.
Yeah, no, it's like he doesn't know how to do math. Like I said, the only thing he really knows is like how like digits and like how to read like a number that is made of several digits type thing, and that you know generally speaking, like this is like the order of things, and this is like how you read like an ordered number type thing.
He still doesn't know how to read.
So as I've been reading my book the entire like last 2-3 minutes, are we still alone, or do people actually show up finally?
Probably people are
That-
showing up now.
Yeah, now the you know door opens and Peregrine walks through. You what's all your passive perception again?
9.
15.
11, I
15?
believe.
Okay. Merlin, you notice that there is a vein throbbing on his forehead. Like he is annoyed and hiding his face very well.
Oh.
Like he is very annoyed right now. And you see the queen following behind him, looking, you know, all prim and proper like she did last night. And you know, she goes and sits down at her chair at the head of the table, and Peregrine walks into the kitchen, and another chef walks out, and they like bring out the food and everything and set it before you. And you know they take the lids off of everything, and Queen picks up her utensils and begins to plate her food and eat.
How many days have we been in the castle?
Now this would be the third.
Do you think by now Karnok would have understood to use a fork and knife?
So I will say the first night you guys didn't actually have dinner or anything like that.
Oh, so this is only the
Or
second
like
time?
they yeah, no, like they gave you like a quick meal because like you had arrived late at night. But this is like only the second time you guys have ever like sat down and had a proper like dinner.
Okay, well, as long as nobody's stopping me, I'm gonna grab some food.
Yeah, so you begin to
You pull the bread out of your pocket.
I already ate. Well, I would assume throughout the time I was sleeping, I get up, have a late night snack, go back to sleep.
It wasn't even night. It's just
Okay, late day.
he's also not like wearing his his clothes that have the giant pocket for all the bread.
Well, the bread's on the table in my room, really.
Yeah.
So either way, it wasn't with me.
it's just stale on the night counter now.
Maybe.
But, the princess or the queen doesn't even like look up and like to look at you, being.
He just knows at this point. Like, I don't expect anything from this man.
So
But I want everyone to actually roll perception right quick.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
17.
I'm gonna roll low on this shit. 17.
Okay, you two don't have like the best grasp on this kind of etiquette, but you, Merlin, you've like the general order and things, and Sam, you picked it up just from like watching people. You notice the queen picks up the wrong fork.
I'm not gonna say anything about that. It's the queen.
How far away, like, am I?
You're just like, I mean, you're only like a couple chairs away from her, so I'd say at minimum like
Wait, yeah, no, wait.
7 or 8 feet.
Because I need to check something. I need to check something right quick.
She's being controlled with the new gem in her crown.
No, it's because I. Oh no, I didn't take it. Dang it!
What?
I wanted to like do it like silently. I was debating whether to take like certain
Damn it.
spell, whether to take message, and I was like, I probably won't need it. I'm like, wow, this could have been a really good time to use message. Oh well. I noticed. So I noticed it. I'm not.
Sam kind of looks at it like kind of weird, and like looks over at Merlin to see if he's noticed.
And who's around the table again?
It's so there's you three and the queen, and then there's the guard at the door and Peregrine at the queen's side.
Also,
And he's still looking annoyed, but he's not actually like paying attention to the dinner.
okay. I guess I'll mention something.
you gotta just be like stealthy about it. Be like, oh, so which fork do I use?
Like, oh,
No. Okay. So let me see. I'm trying to think how to play this a little.
I'll say you like kind of like looking around holding like your forks, like contemplating things, and stopping eating. Peregrine like looks down, notices you like staring at the queen a bit, and then he looks over at the queen and he's like, then his eyes go wide, and he like has this look of like I like of course something like this went wrong kind of look, like, and he clears his throat. He goes, and he like kind of like elbows the chair that the queen is sitting in a little bit, and she stops eating. She looks at him, like she turns her head and looks at him. It's like with a look of like what, and he like eyes her utensils, and then she looks down at them, and she's like. And then her eyebrows raise. She puts the fork down and picks up the right one.
Oh my god.
Okay. I guess I'll do nothing.
Yeah.
I'll do nothing.
I'll say Peregrine's a fucking great butler. So.
But she like half asleep. She looks like half asleep. Something dumb. Oh yeah, I'll just continue to eat, I guess.
Yeah, you guys continue eating.
Excuse me, Miss Queen.
Oh my god.
She stops and she looks up and she says, "Yes, Karnok."
Did you finish your stuff with the stick?
Stuff with
The magic stick?
No, I did not finish studying the stick. And she kind of like glances over at Peregrine, and he rolls his eyes and he nods. And then she looks back at you and she's like, "Yes, I have not finished studying stick."
Okay. I'm sorry that we're that much of a bother that you can't study the stick because you have to take care of us.
Huh?
This is like, "Don't worry, it's like I needed."
I broke the DM.
And no, she has like you get this she has this like tone in her voice, like she's had this conversation a lot, but not it. I'll say Merlin and Sam, you get the sense that she was not on the receiving end of this conversation. She was the one making the argument, saying that, "Don't worry, I've had this talk a lot. I know when to take a break."
Okay.
Huh.
Well, if you ever need a guinea pig to test the stick, I'm more than happy to.
And she looks at you. It's like, "Don't worry, we have our own guinea pigs here."
Okay.
She, goes back to eating. And after, a couple more minutes, Karnok, do you have any other stupid questions?
Hey, that was an important question to ask.
I
Karnok,
guess.
at least. I was
I
checking on the
guess.
status. No, he don't really have much to say.
Merlin, Sam, you have any conversations you want to, like, things you want to ask the Queen or Peregrine or anything?
Hmm. Okay, so do I know this? Man,
Yeah.
I can't talk right now. Do I know information about the hero, or do I know nothing?
Oh, you mean about like Hero or Hero Canyon?
Yeah, but Canyon.
He's
Canyon.
pretty famous.
So I would already know some like
No, you know like some of like the folk tales about him, that he's a frost giant. He loved like fighting, as frost giants do, and that he once saved the land from a great evil, and he had the queen's help.
I guess I'll ask I'll ask
Although
her.
I will say all the histories and things have been like a little vague on the great evil. It mostly just talked about a powerful undead
All right,
and how it like threatened to destroy all life in the land.
crazy. Okay, so I go. Your Majesty, I was in the library, reading and stuff.
And
I
she says, "Yes."
I saw the book that you transcribed about the inter ex,
The
interplanar.
intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yes,
The extra planar things.
the
Yeah.
the extraplanar book tome you transcribed.
She like looks a little like surprised and like confused for a second, and she's like, "Yes, yes. What's about it?"
Oh, saw that. Um, it was information that Canyon has the book, like the actual book, right?
Yes, it. I don't know exactly where he got the book, but I believe yes, he still has it in his possession.
Hmm. Do you perhaps know where he is?
Yes, he. Yes, I know where Canyon is. He lives in a cave. To the north. He um in the border between uh here Astera and the Frost Lord's territory.
Oh, okay. As I'm totally not writing stuff down. uh, so I'm trying to think. Let's see. Um, so how were you able to transcribe what you were able to, you know, transcribe? Like,
It was in a language that I speak.
which language is that?
Um, she like pauses and like says, it's been so long that I've forgotten.
Insight.
Sorry, roll insight.
Come on, just be nice. That does nothing. That doesn't much.
I mean that depends on what I roll, but I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I can roll an insight too if you want, but I mean, I'm probably not going to.
Don't no.
I'm trying to remember the stat block. Eve. Okay, yeah, no matter what bonus, yeah, she's lying.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 6.
Oh,
It's like even if I gave her like a plus, like the only way I would to be able to make that at that point is if she had proficiency in like a plus like 6 or 7 or whatever in deception.
okay. So what are you gonna do with the
Which
fact that What are you gonna do with the knowledge that she's lying? You're gonna call it the queen?
No, I'm not an idiot. Uh,
I will say, with that insight though, you are focusing on the queen, and you can tell that she's lying. But you also notice that, like just with your general perception, that Peregrine is looking a little more and more like strained and stuff.
hmm.
Like he's still like has like a schooled expression, but you could tell that vein is still popping out of his forehead, and he's like normally he stands in like a certain way, but has his hands behind his back, and you can tell that his like shoulders are tensing.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I look at and I just ask him. I was like, Peregrine, is everything all right?
Like, Yes, everything is perfectly all right.
Speaking through his teeth.
Are you are you sure? You're looking a little uncomfortable.
Like, he's, don't worry, I am perfectly fine. And he, makes a bit of a show of with like untensing his shoulders a bit. But
Mm.
then you can see the vein is still there.
Mm.
Forehead's throbbing.
I I look, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Karnok, I think you should ask Peregrine a question." Like, just ask him a dumb question to see if he can get him stop concentrating.
Karnok, you should ask Peregrine about the ghosts.
Are you actually saying that?
No, not yet. No. But I used to look at him and I just like I know, so I already know this. I just go, "Oh, well, that's too bad." Um, if it ever like, if ever you remember, you can just we can discuss it. I was just curious.
And she is like, of course.
But Karnok,
Mm.
don't
She raises her eyebrows at that.
did you have
This is
some-
absolutely not the queen, and it's just Peregrine trying to like pretend that the queen is actually here.
did you have something to discuss with Mr. the Butler, sir?
I don't know what you're talking about, Em.
That's right, Karnok. You wanted to ask him about the ghosts.
Why would you tell him?
Yeah.
Now he's gonna know that I told you.
He at that you see like Merlin, you notice out of the corner of your eyes, the queen visibly relaxes and Peregrine tenses all over again.
I love it. I love my nature.
I'd be like, why would y'all say something?
Well, you wanted to ask him about it.
I didn't want to ask him. I said to watch him. I didn't say to go ask him.
Well, I believe
yeah.
Peregrine like stops the conversation and says like, I can assure you this castle is not haunted by any ghosts. And he looks at you, Karnok specifically, and he's like, and I thought we agreed not to discuss that with anyone.
How-
I interrupt.
Let's give Peregrine a stroke.
I interrupt. Like, but we're best buddies. Karnok
Okay, I never
shares
said we were
everything
best
with us.
buddies. I said me and
Stop.
Sam were.
Stop.
Play a
But yeah, Karnok, how did you describe it? It looked sickly, a little pale.
I didn't say sickly. I said dead. If you're gonna tell the story, at least tell it right. So
I'm literally going word for word what you said in my notes.
Karnok, why don't you tell a story?
okay, I'll tell it since clearly M doesn't know how to tell stories.
Peregrine like interrupts you. He's like, "There's no story to tell."
No. By all means, Karnok.
And be like, it was a ghost. It was
It was
a
a dark and stormy night.
No ghosts in the castle.
ghost of an orc child.
Ghost of an... No, there are no ghosts of orc children here.
Well, then
Then
how
what
do you
was it,
explain how
Peregrine?
short it was? It had to have been a child. There are no orcs that are that short.
He like thinks about it. It's like, I'm sure there are.
I mean, as an orc, I think I would know.
A half orc.
And I'm half. That's the half that's important. Are you half orc?
There are no orc. There are no ghosts of orc children here in the castle. There are many wards in place that specifically do not allow undead into the castle.
Well, it's not undead.
Specifically
It's just
undead?
dead.
He like puts his head in his hand
I'm
and
in
And you guys are like all paying attention to Peregrine. Merlin, again, you catch this out of actually no, I'll say Sam, you also notice because it's not like it's pretty obvious. The queen is full on like snickering into her hand right now.
I mean,
Let's
I'm
go.
bringing up outside of character. I think Karnak's bringing up some pretty good points. A ghost wouldn't be classified as undead; it's just dead.
Would be dead.
Yes, but the ghost being here and doing things would mean instead of not existing would mean it is undead.
Hmm.
But so the Peregrine kind of acknowledged that there was something there.
He never outright stated it. No.
But he did correct Karnok a lot by saying there wasn't a ghost. And it isn't undead.
Yeah, he's insisting it is not a ghost. There are no ghosts in the castle. You don't know what you're talking about, type thing.
So Karnak's gonna just say, "Okay, Mr. the Butler, sir. If there's no
Yes.
ghosts, then what type of non-ghost is there?"
He like pauses. He's like, "What?
Wait, did y'all
What?
both just?
What do you mean?"
I need to refresh this.
I didn't.
Oh, never mind. I don't know why I was getting a notification that wasn't there. Be like, okay, so clearly the cat's out of the bag because M decided to blabble because he's a tattletale.
I just
No,
rolled my eyes.
I'm gonna just give like a mean look to to M, like
I'm smiling.
I'm be like,
I'm satisfied with myself.
so clearly everyone knows that we saw a ghost that you claim is not a ghost. So what I'm saying is, if it's not a ghost, what is it?
I told you they are my business associate,
See?
and they are not a ghost. They are. He like pauses for a like you could tell he's like trying to think up of something. He's like, they are just an orc, a short orc.
So you deal with children.
They are not a child. In
They,
Sam was
fact,
kind of
I'm fairly certain they would strongly resent the insinuation.
Sam is chuckling.
I am like, I'm just grinning like, I love the situation I just
Like,
set
Sam
up.
is like snickering as well into his hand.
I'm sure the queen is just loving this. I probably just jumped up 2 points. As
Yeah, no,
like,
she's like I mean, again, you're like Karnok, you are too focused to actually notice the queen and
Yeah. Yeah.
but you Merlin and Sam, you notice she is full on like clutching her stomach and snickering into her hand, and she's like doubled over in her chair.
See, outside of character, I think Karnok's stock in the queen's eyes just went up like 2 levels.
She sees you as a jester at this point.
Yeah, I'd take it. I mean, it's better than being the fool.
True.
But yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, so explain this to me. If they're not a child, why are they so small and thin?
Like says like claps his hands in front of him and he says, they are just short and I don't know, they don't get a whole lot of exercise. Like,
I mean, my great grandmother has more muscles than that.
okay, that
She's
all
100.
types.
I'm gonna need to talk to
I'm
the
s-
friend at some point because
Wait. I'm sorry. Your orc grandmother is over 100?
103. So she tells. But she's been telling me 103 for the past
103
5 years.
He like fully fully pauses like
Wait. Even
That's-
huh?
that's one of the longest lived orcs I've ever heard of.
Was because she follows the rule of 3 meals a day, which apparently I almost didn't do because I went to the dinner kitchen.
In a kid. You went looking for food again, didn't you?
Well, duh.
I love that voice drop.
I knew I should have immediately went to find you.
So, Mrs. the Queen.
You still got
The queen like she's like fully doubled over. You like turned her and she like like lifts like she's like I said hunched over, doubled over in her chair. She like fully throws her head back. She's like, what? And and you see like Peregrine like look over at her angrily.
And we're like, okay, so how long till we can get the stick?
Like, oh, I don't know how long. Oh my god. Probably another couple hours. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Brubel's still probably working on it.
Who?
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, I know that name. Salim told me about it. That's your name, Bluebell.
And she like she like fully pauses and she's like, oh fuck, I blew it. And at that point, Peregrine just like sighs heavily. It's like,
oh my god!
Good thing y'all had Karnok.
I knew it wasn't her as soon as she picked up the fucking wrong fork.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was obvious.
I'm be like, Salim, is that you?
Celine Dion, is that you?
she like pauses and she's like, yes, it's me.
Hey, buddy.
She waves, hi, Karnok. And she turns to Peregrine and it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry I blew it. I still need the 20 gold pieces, though.
I mean, in his defense, he could probably cut her out of it by being like, even the idiot picked up on it.
Seeing like this, like seeing that happen, like her saying, "Sorry, I blew it. I'm still gonna need the 20 gold." Sam actually just loses it. Sam just laughs.
Wow, questioning my intelligence, crazy.
And he just like looks at her with like disappointed. He just like reaches into his pocket, pulls out like the little pouch of money, thrusts it at her and says, get out of here. And she she like plucks it out of his hands. She steps up and you see like her disguise kind of like melt off her body and just thank you and just leaves. Like she just walks out of the room.
That's so funny.
Oh, I love it. Peregrine,
Yes.
is Her Majesty still with the stick?
Yes, she is still studying the rod.
Sam wipes like some tears out of his eyes.
What? What?
She
Fake?
didn't want to come to dinner. I take it.
Yes, even despite the fact that not only I, but also Celine, once again told her to take a break and come to dinner, she insisted. that she continue to study the rod.
Well, at the very least, this isn't a noble dinner, so it's not like she's missing much, but yes, she should have taken a break.
She's gonna die from not eating.
I say let her do as she pleases.
You said what? What the one?
I say let her do as she pleases.
Well, yes.
He just has like a vacant, like, 1,000-yard stare as he's like kind of like slouched over. And it's like this is like one of the only times you've seen him without like perfect posture.
Slightly
And he-
above average intelligence.
And he just kind of like, puts his head in his hands. It's a stupid plan.
Peregrine, whose idea was it?
It was the Queen's.
Can you say you're surprised?
Honestly, no. I knew Celine would mess it up. She always manages to.
Have y'all done this before?
I am not at liberty to say.
Well, for the
Well-
next time, you have to do it, tell her to use the correct fork.
Yes, we
And
drilled that a long time ago. Always manages to forget something.
You think she does it on purpose?
I wouldn't be surprised.
This is amazing.
unlucky for her, we have a Karnok.
For real.
I'm very astute.
No, not that. The queen probably could have kept her composure better.
The queen would have kept her composure better.
Whole lot.
But the laughing kind of, the double down laughing kind of ruined it.
He drags
Even
like
more.
his hands down his face. And
We're just grilling this man.
yeah, no, it's like you guys just keep like discussing this. Like he had his head in his hands and he just drags them down his face.
It's like an anime when you're like just giving jabs at characters and it's just like arrow marks going into them, going like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
And then he like pauses. He holds up a finger and says, "Excuse me, one moment."
They
And
go
he-
into the fucking hallway and scream.
No, and he walks into the kitchen, and you hear some like the tinkling of glass, and then you hear a slam of somebody like slamming down a glass, and then you hear that 2 more times, and then he walks back into the room.
He just had to have like 3 shots.
Yeah.
I just take I take a drink of I take a sip of whatever I was drinking. I don't know, and I'm like, all good now.
No.
You want some ale?
Shut up.
What I do to
Just
you?
don't talk, Karnok. Just don't talk right now.
Chaos is my middle name.
He just kind of like looks at you three. He's like, "Are you finished with dinner?"
I mean, it was dinner and a show. I'd say that was a pretty eventful evening.
Sam's like regained his composure at this point. He's like, yes.
He turns to you, Karnok. Like, are you finished, or do you want fourths?
Horse.
Can I take some to go?
Yes.
Just don't put it in your pocket, Karnok, okay?
But yeah, these pockets are too small.
Probably so that you wait and take the food back.
He, turns to you, Merlin, and says, "The Queen finished studying the rod sometime tomorrow. in the morning, most likely. I doubt she's going to sleep again. And then he, goes into the kitchen and comes back out with the chef, and they start clearing away the table.
And with that, I go off to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Three,
While we're walking, I want to just look at Sam, like, and kind of just whisper and be like, "Well, somebody seems angry."
Are you talking about Peregrine?
Well, duh.
Yeah, I suppose he would be a little angry right now.
I didn't even do anything. It was all M.
He wasn't mad at you. He was mad at the queen mainly,
Okay.
as well as you. But
That was M fault. I said say nothing. And then you tried to double down with him.
no, you did. I thought you did want to talk to him.
No,
That's what Emma told me.
see that he's a liar. You can't trust somebody whose name long is Merlin.
Are you trying to whisper and I'm just hearing it, or like?
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah,
you are hearing
absolutely.
it. But,
Yeah.
I'm like, he's trying to whisper and I'm just like listening to everything. I'm just like, I'm just still smiling, like completely satisfied on the things I did this evening.
Well, I almost blinded myself earlier.
You what?
I
Well,
mean, you don't actually know that that's what would have happened.
I know, but I wasn't saying that in character.
Started with the accent, though.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah.
It's his internal monologue. Except he still doesn't know what it is. Or except he still doesn't know that that's what would have happened.
Operation Break Character was a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, I'm assuming, go back to your rooms, turn in for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Sam might go for a nighttime walk.
Karnok
Okay.
definitely goes for his nightly walks.
I'll go
So-
together at separate times.
Karnok goes to the kitchen. Sam just goes outside.
Okay, so I'll say right now, Karnok, you open the door. After
Glyph
Like
of
you-
warding.
no. After you guys turn in for the
Like,
night,
Karnok-
you start resting for a bit, and stuff like that. I assume like Merlin and Sam probably take a bath or something. Karnok
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
I already
Karnok
took
doesn't.
one.
Or not, won't.
But Karnok, at your usual time, you had been laying in bed. You wake up, to go to the kitchen to get a midnight snack. You open the door and look down, and you see there is a table with a tray and and with a bunch of food.
That's
a bunch,
so fucking fun.
a bunch of bread, a few slices of dried meat, a wedge of cheese, and a bottle of ale.
I'm gonna say
That's so
all
funny.
on a small wooden table that looks like it was designed to be very easy to carry, and a silver platter, a big silver tray.
I'm gonna be like, "Thank you, Mr. the Butler. Thank you, Mr. the Ghost."
Mr. the Ghost.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean there's nobody around, but yeah, you grab the tray and you walk back into your room, and I'm assuming just eat it all.
Yeah.
And Sam, you said you were gonna go out for a bit of a nightly stroll.
Yeah.
All right. So you I'm Merlin. I'm assuming you just go to bed.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, tell Sam, what exactly are you doing, or where are you going?
Probably leaving. There's courtyards and shit in the castle. Yeah.
Yes. So there's that front courtyard. There are a bunch of like large like open areas on like the top of like walls and sections of buildings and stuff. You remember when you first walked into the city, you had never been up there, but at the very top of the castle, there seemed to be like a large, like, you know, open like central area with like a tree like planted on it.
All right, I'm gonna try and get up there.
You go wandering around, trying to take as many like upward stairs as you can, I'm assuming. And,
Yeah.
give me just a d20.
Well,
And you know you can roll in D&D Beyond, right?
that's what I did.
Why didn't that show up?
Oh,
for
we
me?
can't see it.
Do I need to refresh the page?
Oh, no. Okay, my bad. I rolled to myself.
Okay, I was like, I didn't see that. What the fuck? Okay, you said 12.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay, and I also want you to roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Eve. Okay. So you
Surely that just means I get up there without knowing how I got up there.
Yeah, I was going to say you managed to make your way. You don't find your way up to that like specific courtyard you were thinking about, but you do manage to make it outside to a like you realize you made it to that place that the queen first brought you guys to like test the box in like out in the open type thing, where that one door had like led straight to like the front gate of the castle.
Okay.
And you have no fucking idea how you got there.
That's okay. I can just go to the front of the castle.
But you stand, you like stop, you like look around, realize where you are, and then you notice out looking at like gazing out from this balcony is a cloaked figure,
Oh.
and the cloak is all white.
How far out are they?
I mean, they're like out in the middle of like the balcony. They're a good like 30, 40 feet away from you.
I mean, I guess I'll kind of. Can I do like perception to see anything else, or shall I just
Yeah.
like?
You could roll a perception of.
All right, let's roll a 2, you guys. 3, close.
You can't tell anything about them from this angle other than they are. How tall is your character?
Like 5'5", basically.
Yeah, they're about your height, and they have they're wearing like a white hooded cloak that reaches all the way down to their feet.
And I guess I'll start slowly, like not like stealthily walking up behind them, but like they can hear my footsteps.
Yeah,
As I get over there, I'm like, beautiful night tonight.
You the like head under the hood, you can like see it shift and the head like tilts, and you hear a pretty emotionless voice say, I suppose.
Okay. So who are you?
They the head tilts back up, and they just say, a guest.
Of the queen?
No.
Of who?
And they their head turns, and staring at you is a tabaxi with very pale white fur and bright like eerie, like baleful silver eyes, and like their fur looks not like the white doesn't look like that's just the color of their fur. It looks like the fur of like an old like tabaxi. Like the fur's a bit wiry type thing.
Yeah.
And they turn and look at you and they say, "The butler."
Are you one of his associates?
Oh,
In a way.
I see. Questions I shouldn't be asking?
They turn and look back at the city. Most likely not.
Fair enough. And I just kind of, look over the cityscape with them. Because, cities are still relatively new to Sam. Can I do an Arcana check to see if this person is, like, magical?
Go right ahead.
11.
You. It's a very strange feeling. Like you reach out with your magical senses, and one thing you've noticed about all your time, like practicing and focusing your magic, is that there is a bit of magic in just about everything. Like
Oh,
the
no.
the weave
There is
permeates
nothing in this person.
the weave permeates everything, even like the most mundane like stone has just the barest bit of magic from just existing in the material plane. You reach out with your mystical senses around you, and you notice that there is a distinct lack of anything. Like your senses pass through this person and do not detect them.
Odd. So without looking over at them, I speak up again, and giving them, my name's like, well, my name's Samuel. What's yours?
They like look up a tiny bit, like their head, like their gaze raises from like the city to the stars, maybe, and they just say, "I don't have one."
So is this like an old, like a male or female?
You can't tell.
That's great.
Surely someone calls you something. What's the butler call you?
Master.
Ah. So he serves you?
No way.
Are you one of his patrons?
Yes.
So hold on. I'm meeting one of his fucking warlock patrons.
Yes.
Yes.
That's insane.
It's the ghost.
Honestly, I am meeting a god.
I mean, you don't know what kind of packs he has.
I'm meeting a godlike being.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say like most of the packs that warlocks would make are not with gods and are nowhere near the tier of god, like godly status.
Well, if he serves you and you give him powers, would you happen to know any way of controlling magic?
Rolling? No.
Ah. You know of anywhere I might learn?
Their head tilts to the other way for a second. Tilts back. They say, "I believe the academy."
Oh no!
Well, I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time with my question.
They turn to look at you again, and they say, "It's fine. I'm not needed right."
Can I just like have conversation with this like being?
I mean, yeah.
Like-
You're having a conversation.
Well, no, I mean like for like a few more hours.
Probably.
Shit. All right. I don't know. But Domo, what do you think I should ask this thing?
Dude, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank myself. I'm drawing a blank.
Probably if
I
it's
would-
the same person that Karnak saw.
Oh, you know what? It might be
That's what I'm saying. It's the ghost.
because you saw an orc and I'm seeing a tabaxi.
Yep. That's
It
the
might
first thing I
just have.
thought.
It might have like no defined like.
Yeah, it
form.
might. Oh wait. Okay, so no. So are you a tabaxi or are you just appearing like that to me?
Hold on a sec. Hold on, what was your question?
If it is a tabaxi or if it's just appearing like that to me.
So you ask this of the creature?
Yeah.
They say, appearing.
Are you the same person that my friend saw?
They turn to look at you and again. It's like, who is your friend?
Karnok, the half orc.
They look off to the side and say, I believe so.
Okay, so it is the same person. So what is the
They look back at you and say, are you talking about the orc that overheard the conversation about souls?
yes, that's the one.
Then yes.
So what are you doing out here tonight?
Waiting
Oh,
to collect.
souls.
I require what is owed.
So I'm assuming the butler owes this person souls.
Yes.
How does he collect these?
They turn their head again and say, it does not matter how.
This is this is terrifying.
I mean, you're talking to what is like a warlock like.
Yeah,
Patron.
I'm talking to a
So-
warlock patron that requires souls of its like
And it
like
needs
warlock.
payment, and you're standing right now. Yeah, no, my danger sense would be going off a long time ago.
That's okay. I don't have danger sense, so I don't really
Yeah,
care.
I mean, it's funny how Karnok's danger sense didn't go off at all when they were, near this creature.
What do you mean?
Well,
I was
to be
freaking
fair-
out the entire time.
To be fair, Dolmo,
Yes, but your danger sense did not go off.
Oh, that's
Dolmo,
true.
to be is this death?
Doubt it.
Am I like talking to death?
Silence is
Who
deafening.
knows?
I mean, who knows? Yeah, who knows?
So are you some manner of god?
They look up at the stars, much more fully at the stars, and say, "No." They shake their head again, or they shake their head and say, "No, not a god."
So if it's not prudent of me to ask, but what is the manner of your contract?
They, look down again, say, it is not my place to say.
Well, fair enough. Mind if I stay out here and watch the stars with you a bit longer?
I don't mind.
Alright, I'm gonna, stay out for another probably hour and a half. Does Peregrine show up within that time frame to deliver souls?
No.
Okay.
However, as that hour ticks by, at one point, the you see out of the corner of your eye, the hood perks up a bit, like the creature next to you. They turn fully to face away from you, and then they step up onto the crenellations of the wall and walk off.
I'm not even phased by this because I know this is not I literally sensed no magic from it, and it's a warlock's patron. So I'm not I'm not even really phased by it, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, so they, step off, and they, you expect, there's a bit of a plummet, but then they beat you. Do you look over the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you look over the wall, and you see they are walking down the wall.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna casually say, well, good luck.
And
Good luck collecting the souls.
as you notice this to yourself, they start to blur a bit, and then you see a streak of white zoom across the sky.
Well, I said good luck collecting your souls before they did that. Thank you.
Well, no, I was saying as you were beginning to notice thing.
All right. I still say it just to the open air.
Yeah.
And I'll head in. Well, I mean, head in. I'll head to the front of the castle and start from there.
So you turn to open the door, and you open the door, and it's a it leads into the castle. It's just another hallway.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll try and locate a guard from there.
So yeah, you wander around. Give me another investigation check.
Here's hoping I roll another one, you guys. 9.
All right, yeah. You manage to wander around for a bit, and you find a guard who has fallen asleep against his spear.
All right, I'll call out to him excuse me.
The guy just snores in response.
I don't want to shake him up because I'm gonna get stabbed.
I mean, I'll say he's clearly dead asleep.
All right, fine.
And he is fully leaning against his spear, he's using it as a headrest.
All right. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna
slouched over and everything.
I'm gonna shake his shoulder lightly, really lightly.
He wakes up and he's like,
Excuse me.
I'm awake. I'm standing guard. Don't fire me.
I don't think I have the authority to do that.
He looks over at you and is like, oh fuck, there's somebody actually here. Yes. What? Huh? I'm awake. They start rubbing their eye.
I'm looking for where the guests are staying, the Queen's guests.
Yeah, you wanna down way downstairs, man. Oh fuck.
Any idea how I might get there?
Down the hall to the left. There's stairs. Fuck. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
I won't tell anybody you asleep.
Thank you, thank you, man. Oh my god.
Well, thank you for the directions.
Yeah.
And Sam starts when he gives the guard a little wave and then starts walking.
Yeah, he's not paying attention because he's so out of it. Like he's still like rubbing one eye. But yeah, you go down the stairs, and I want you to give me another just a plain D20.
All right, let me actually roll this to everybody this time. I'm surprised you can't see it as the DM.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. So you go down the stairs, and you walk out of the stairwell. There were a bunch of stairs or platforms along the way that led to other floors, and you get to the bottommost one and just see if this is the ground floor, if you could get to your room from there. And you walk out, you look around.
Please tell me I run into Peregrine.
And you recognize the hallway and realize okay, I should be around here. And you turn a corner and you realize you're back in the front hall, and you know exactly where to go from here.
Can I try and find Peregrine?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
All right. Here it is. Come on. Is that 18? That is an 18.
Yeah. So you.
Jesus, man's rolling these guy.
Yeah, I roll high on the non-important shit.
So you know exactly where you are now. So you're thinking it's okay, where can I find the butler at this time? And you start looking around other hallways around the places you've been. You wander around and manage to see Peregrine turning a corner at one point. Then you follow him, and I'm assuming try to get his attention.
Yeah.
So you speak up, and he turns around and he says Samuel, what can I help you with so late at night?
So I ran into your patron.
Just straight up.
He breathes in and raises his eyebrows I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I love how that Rex.
No, he kind of shakes his head no.
Do you see that?
Right. Yeah, I see that. I'll I'm trying to remember what right,
nice.
Ooh, yeah. You can't see through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
What did he get?
He rolled a 19.
Fuck. I mean, I know he's lying because the fucking person told me.
But yeah, he's telling the truth.
Yeah, okay. The funny thing is, I know you're lying, but you're very good at it.
So he smirks a bit at that and says I do my best.
I'm just wondering why they said you were collecting souls. They were waiting for you.
Yes. Well, that my associate we have a deal where I give them one soul every few months, and I'm a little behind.
How do you go about collecting these souls?
Well, that is not something that should really be discussed. out in the open.
Well, let's find somewhere not in the open.
Are you sure
I-
you want to? Are you sure you want to do that?
I want to know, man. I'm not trying to figure out for any agenda. I just want to know.
He leans forward a bit and like kind of like motions you to like lean forward so he can like whisper in your ear type thing.
Okay.
And he says like, I usually get the souls of criminals. We have a new one in the prison right now.
Oh,
Are you sure giving him shoes, giving your patron shoes, soul would be very wise? Isn't powerful magic the wielder?
Who is stuck in a box where he cannot cast magic?
Well, surely to get his soul, you need to either let him out or go in there.
And he leans away, stops whispering in your ear and says like, be surprised.
So who exactly is your patron?
That is the wrong question. Be asking, who are my patrons?
Oh,
I have managed to bamboozle quite a few into giving me a frankly stupid amount of power and leeway.
I was about
have-
to mention I couldn't. I thought you couldn't have more than one.
Well, you see, I am very, very good at my job.
I fucking knew he was gonna say something like I'm a very good butler. Frankly, I'm impressed.
Says he like kind of shrugs his shoulders and like, I strive to.
When I was up on the balcony with having a chat with them, I tried to sense any magic in them, as I didn't know what they were at first, and they had none. Not like a small amount of magic, but literally nothing.
Yes, well, that is the nature of their power.
What are they?
That is not something I'm fully prepared to answer.
Are they some manner of god?
He like kind of gets a look in his eye, like a little like he's at the moment he's like kind of looking through you a bit, and he's like, no, they are far above any gods.
Are they deaf?
He like looks at you and is like, he like kind of like shakes his head like, yeah, and he's like, in a way, yes.
Holy fuck, this man has cracked with death.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Sam's eyes go like, a little wide, like surprised. Are you telling me, like, Sam's voice goes even quieter as like he leans in a little more. You've managed to fool death into giving you a pact with multiple other patrons.
He like leans in and is like, well, no, death is fully aware of it. They don't care.
What could you possibly be offering them other than souls for them not to care?
The souls.
That's really it. That's all they wanted.
Death is very. They just wanted a little help in certain areas because actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why they were okay with such a frankly hit deal, but they were fine with it. the other pacts that I have, they're the ones I swindled.
Maybe I'll have to make a pact one of these days to control the magic in me.
He says, like, I could point you in the direction of some possible patrons.
Would it be too much trouble? Since you have such wealthy knowledge of it, would it be too much trouble to have you go over a contract
Perhaps,
so that I
but
don't lose too much?
could,
Multi-class.
although I will say, and they reach out. He reaches out his hand to like for a handshake, and he says, "I would like to sign a pact with you right now. Do not speak of this to anyone ever."
I feel like I'm gonna have to take this.
Yo, dude, that's a free level up. What you get?
That's not gonna be a free level up.
Yeah, no, he's not offering like a real like warlock pact. He's saying
He
it's
said-
like this is going to be like a binding vow thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, this
It's
is a
like,
warlock pack. It's
like-
a free level up, bro.
It's like we're not. It's like we're never speaking of this to anyone else type thing. I'd say magically binding. You are physically incapable of it.
On one condition.
And that is
We have more helpful chats like this in the future.
he like gets a smirk like that and it's like, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
And I shake his hand.
Yep. And you grasp his hand, and you'd see a purple ring like goes around your hand, and a pretty sickly green one goes around his, and they pass through each other, and they shrink down and like kind of go onto your wrists and then disappear. And then he gives it one last shake, and then he pulls his hand away.
I sort of say to myself as well as him, well, I suppose this has been a fruitful midnight walk.
It's like, yes, it has. Although I will say it is 3 a.m.
Well, I started at midnight.
Pulls out his pocket watch to check, and he's like, really now? He like looks up, it's like, how long were you speaking with Death?
Well, I was up there for a few hours.
He like kind of looks off, and he's like, he gets like a kind of like an annoyed expression. He's like, never talked for me that long. Puts his pocket watch away.
Well, what do you talk with them about? I just ask them about themselves.
Like, he says like, that's not the issue right now.
That's like some more. Ha ha ha.
Death likes me more than him.
Nerd.
Well, I shall be off to my room.
Like, yes, I need to continue doing my business. He, turns on his heel and begins walking down the hallway.
And I begin walking back to my room.
Yeah.
This has been a very fruitful midnight walk, you guys.
Yeah.
I met Death, and they liked me more than Peregrine.
I don't know about that.
Come on, Dan. Come on, Daniel. Can you retroactively make it to where they like me more than him?
I will say, kind of the whole point of them, not having really any inflection in their words is.
Yeah, I know.
Indifference.
Well, at the very least, can you make it indifferent to me and very slightly negative to him?
I mean, he is behind on a payment.
Yeah,
he is behind.
Yeah. He is behind. Some payments. So.
Death likes me more than him. I might be making a pact with Death, you guys.
Yeah, it's called the long nap.
Yeah, I will say, Michael, if you do that, just make sure you understand it's going to be a like pact of the undead.
It's fine.
And, which means you'll have to die.
That's fine.
Wait, so that means
Yep.
okay.
Peregrine is dead.
In a way, in a sense. So you make it back to your room, and I guess turn in for the rest of the morning. So after you all sleep for a bit, finish the night, and then much earlier, or rather much later than yesterday, not first thing in the morning, you hear the familiar click of heel of the hard platforms down the hall of Peregrine's shoes. He knocks on each of your doors and says, like, breakfast is ready, and you will be expected to meet with the queen soon. And he pauses. He starts with Karnok's door first, and he stops himself and says, like, actually, now that I think about it, don't bother with the fancy clothes. And then he he doesn't say the thing about the queen with Merlin and Sam.
Okay. So
But he knocks on each of your doors and waits for you all to come out.
All right.
okay, so guys, we get the rod today. She told me they said it was only gonna be a couple hours.
That's Celine.
Celine wouldn't lie to me.
Would
They're
she
both dead.
know?
Well, duh, that's her best buddy.
It was a couple hours from when she said it. We'd already have the rod.
We have the rod.
That's not what I said.
Okay, well, after we finish this, let's go see if we can get the rod. Cause I want to say the words.
You're not saying the words.
I'm gonna say the words.
You're not saying the word. What were the words, Karnok? What were the words?
Hocus pocus.
Exactly. Great job, man. Such a genius.
Wait. I lean into Merlin. We get him to use the rod without us. And leave him.
On a point. There's a lot of cool stuff in his hideout.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, Karnok. Hocus pocus. Obviously.
I'm gonna look over to Sam and be like, look at this idiot. He thinks it's hocus pocus. It's not.
Yeah, what is it then, Karnok?
The base.
I'm more laughing because he's close.
It's like
Yeah, so it's like.
Oh, I cannot wait to tell you the rules of the thing.
You already tell us the rules of it?
no.
Or
No.
did you update them?
He gave
No,
us. I think you gave us what general rules that we knew, not the full.
Yeah,
set of
I
rules.
gave you the what
No, I thought the queen
only-
I thought the queen told Merlin what it did.
No,
the queen had looked at it, told him what she understood after studying it for a minute and a half.
Oh, okay.
But we
She
don't
has
know.
now spent a full 15 hours studying it and experimenting on it.
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay.
like, I don't know exactly everything about it, so this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be fun.
But yeah, I'm assuming you guys just finish eating.
Yeah.
Finish eating, and then we go ask Peregrine to bring us to.
Yeah,
Her
so
Majesty.
you guys go up to Peregrine, and he says, if you would follow me, we will go and meet the queen. I doubt she slept, so if you would follow me. And then he, begins to walk through the castle, and he stops in some random hallway you've never been in before. And then he twists a candelabra, and a secret door opens up in the wall. And it's just like a stairway heading down, and he like ushers you all through it into like a little like stone room at the bottom of the short bit of stairs. Closes the door, the secret door behind him, and he leads you down another maze of fucking like basement hallways and stuff. Then you all arrive at the like that same chamber that had like the lights like displaying like all the different like I guess just like science rooms that she has. And he looks at the wall, sees one of the rooms has a like one of the labels has a light on next to it, and he leads you down that hallway. And then he knocks on the door like very heavily, and you hear a loud scuffle, like a couple things being dropped, and like a scrape of like a couple things being moved, and like I said, just a big commotion, and he just kind of like opens the door confusedly, and you see the queen like sitting there. She is like goggles over her eyes still, hair a bit of a mess, crown like kind of lopsided, and plaid coat over the same dress she was in yesterday, and she's like looking up very with like a very plastered on like clearly fake smile. He's like, yes, like it's a little too much teeth, like kind of nervous. It's like she's like, yes, Peregrine. Like, I brought the three adventurers. Are you okay, my lady? And she says, yes, everything is fine. That he he looks at her, raises an eyebrow.
Inside.
And I mean, go ahead.
I said that as a joke, but I'm kind of just gonna do it because I already said it. Already said it.
She's lying.
Why did I? Okay.
Roll a 1.
A dirty
No.
20.
Yeah, you got a dirty 20.
Got a naughty 20.
I was like, why did I roll so high for that?
Because
I
it's
mean,
unimportant. I told you, we always roll high on unimportant shit.
I mean, it's obvious that she's like kind of like lying through her teeth,
Yeah.
but it's not like I'm trying to hide it, more like I don't want to make anyone alarmed. Yes, everything is totally fine. Don't question it, please.
Alarmed. Oh, God.
I speak up.
It's a thermonuclear bomb. It's a rod of plutonium.
Obviously, I speak up. I'm like, is everything okay, Your Majesty?
She says like, yes, everything's fine.
I'm staring at it.
You should ask, are we in danger?
And she like shifts a little on her seat and sits up a bit straighter.
I'm giving her a look that just means like, I know you're playing me.
I'm gonna be like, oh, what was it? Sorry. I was gonna be like, do you have the rods?
And she like looks down, and you see in front of her is a stand that had the rod on it, or it has the rod on it. And you see a off to the side a collection of other rods, all of them like the one that you had gotten from 2 was like kind of a like a sky blue almost.
Yeah.
With gold end caps. These just look like they're made of steel and brass, like the ones off to the side.
I'm gonna try and pick one up.
And I mean, she's like far away at a table facing you guys, and you guys are just like standing by the door.
I'm gonna be like, can I try one out?
She like looks at you, and like her like fake smile like immediately like drops, like she's like gone into business mode kind of, and she's like, no, do not touch them. She like gestures to them like, these are not quite finished yet. They are a little dangerous.
Your Majesty, you attempt to recreate it already?
Yes.
And based on your expression, how is that working out?
Oh, she like picks it up. It's like, it is actually it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, she picks up the rod. It's I will say, you guys keep like calling it a wand. It is much larger than a wand. It's like the entire length of
I didn't call it a wand. I called it a rod.
It's
a rod
like,
stick.
It's the length of Karnok's entire forearm. It's much longer than a wand.
Yeah, to Karnok, anything can be a fucking like wand.
Not anything, only great swords. Get it straight.
I mean great swords. You mean wands?
Well, I gotta use Merlin's improper
But yeah,
way of
she
speaking.
picks it up and kind of like waves it around, and she's like, I've determined all its properties, and I've deconstructed the spells, the magical properties of it. I've managed to replicate some of them, although, and she like places it back on the stand and picks up one of the other ones, like, these have a bit of a flaw in that they don't exactly uh, like fully form things sometimes. And she like keeps like kind of waving it around in front of her face, like looking at it.
That's
like,
not alarming.
And Peregrine's like, could you be handling it so casually, my lady? And she's like, yes, I mean, don't worry, I figured it. And she like plays it back down. It's like, I figured out exactly how these rods of translocation work.
Okay. Oh.
And she like, so first off, I have managed to unbind this from that specific location.
Oh, that's cool.
And the way this works is there is a sort of intelligence to it. I mean, all magical items really do, but this one is a bit smarter than that. You can't talk to it, but it understands a bit of nuance, and you simply tell it, I want like the name of the location that you wish to go, and it translocates you to it based on your mutual understanding of where exactly that is.
Interesting.
So can I try it out?
No.
And she says, I will say this object is rather limited. It's not as all as powerful as teleportation.
Is there a limit to the amount of people that it can take at once?
And she says, so she like turns to Merlin. She's like, you're a magical scholar.
Yes.
You know the difference between teleportation and translocation?
Oh.
He didn't learn that before he got kicked out.
No, I said oh, as in oh.
Yeah, and
Like,
What's the difference?
she said, and she like turns to you and says, "So teleportation is a much more powerful and all-encompassing magic. It's much more complicated, but it needs to be because of the precision that is required. Teleportation causes one of the target object to cease existing in one location and then begin existing in another location. Translocation rather takes the target object and then just flings it to the destination. So while teleportation, technically more things could go wrong involving all manner of horrific things, those mistakes are harder to do simply because of the sheer complexity of the magic and the inbuilt security with the type of magic. Translocation is extraordinarily easy to interrupt. It's the difference between knowing it's the difference between knowing this is exactly when and where this person will show up versus for defenses against it, it's knowing exactly when and where a person will show up versus just putting out a wire that someone will eventually trip on.
Oh,
that.
Translocation is extraordinarily easy to defend against, and in fact, the city has several wards against it. The only reason the guard was able to translocate back is because he is keyed into those wards.
So so basically, if we were to translocate over there, we wouldn't really be able to translocate. We wouldn't be able to translocate back.
Yes, you would translocate.
he would slam into the force field and die.
No. You would translocate to the boundary of the wards and then continue flying and slam into whatever is in your path. Most likely the walls of the city. So I would say do not try to translocate specifically into the city. But I don't believe any other place actually has these kinds of wards because this magic hasn't existed for study for a long time.
I know one place that might have those type of words.
She turns to you and says, like, I don't believe the Magical Academy has them. No.
You know, well, that's sad.
I mean, it's warded against teleportation, but then again, it's also because there is only a specific point you are allowed to teleport into. Not that anybody actually knows how to teleport to places still. That magic is long lost.
Oh.
This, however, and so she picks up the original rod again, is quite useful. I will say, its charging system is much more crude than I'd imagine. In fact, I've had to make these rods, and she, puts it back down and waves her hand over the ones she made. I've had to make them significantly worse, simply because of the sheer magical power required for it. But this will allow you to transport any number of things all at once. However, the recharge between casts grows almost like exponentially.
I see.
Like she says, like, so if I were to take this rod and translocate somewhere and back, I could do it, and the recharge would only, be a day. However, if I were to send all of us somewhere, we couldn't go back for a week, maybe longer.
So
What would you assume it would be with 3 people? He, looks down at it and, looks at it more and is like, maybe 4 days? 4 days before you're allowed to, before it's fully charged to send you three back. Although with these, and she puts her hands on the other rods, like these would not only do they have the whole slew of issues of things not actually being reformed correctly, it would take a bit longer. But then again, I'd really only give these to my gods for running to places far away.
That's fucked up.
I was okay. Okay. Right. I was writing notes. Can you repeat that once again
What
about
part?
the charging system?
So she said that the more things it needs to move at once, the exponentially longer the recharge lasts, or takes rather. So like it could move one person and back. Like it basically has 2 charges, one for like the movement there and the movement back.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's intelligent enough to understand that back means where I teleported from, or where I translocated from. However, the more things you you translocate at once, the longer it takes to recharge. So, like your whole party, 3 people, it would take 3 to 4 days for you to go back, or to use the rod again in any way.
About to say to go back or to reuse like it goes so we can go to and from, but then to use again we'd have to wait like 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Or no, not to and from, to, and then 3 to 4 days, and then from.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, and it's like it's think of it like it just has 1 charge total.
Yeah.
And then 1 person moving would basically be like half a charge.
I gotcha.
And it's pretty obvious to use this as like basically a quick escape, or I'd want to like bring something back to my hideout and hide it like really quick type thing, and then just be back before anybody notices. As you're scribbling it down, she says, I would be willing to give you this particularly interesting research subject. She like looks at it again, with a look on her face that she still hasn't taken off her goggles. A sort of look on her face, like I really wish I could keep this thing. But she, and she says, I would be willing to part with it if, she like looks back up, when you go, and I'm assuming getting the stones that you collected, bring them back so I can safeguard them much better than my crown jewel. And then we can discuss uses for them later.
Sound fine to me. I don't really care about the rocks. I just want to see the dragon.
Like she sees you like thinking this over, Merlin. She's like, I simply, you can keep the one he stole from you. I just need more samples to better research their exact properties. Because, and then she takes her crown off her head, waving the crown jewel. It's like, just one. I could study this, but I've also studied it quite a bit, and I can't really do. There doesn't seem to be anything inherently different about it, other than just a polished gem with a strong magic on it. There needs to be multiple in one place. I need more samples to better research them. And she looks at you like much closer, and like she's giving you like a stare. It's like, I will share my notes with you. I will share my findings with you.
That's definitely like the best thing she could have said to him.
Yep.
Honestly, yeah. I'm still like I'm like agreed. But I do have a question.
Yes. She, puts her crown back on her head.
Yesterday I was in the library and
Yes.
I saw the tome, well, the book of the transcribed tome you wrote about extraplanar, travel and stuff.
Yes.
Can I see the original?
I don't have the original.
Dang, that sucks. Oh, I already knew that. I was trying to see if she had like more. I was trying to see if she had like a more specific location on where it is, but
You can't ask her about like the original, like whatever language. You also didn't ask her where the original was.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, oh. So, yeah, I know that it's currently with Canyon. You know exactly where he's at?
Not exactly, but I believe he's still in his cave.
Bill?
He's gotten very old. He doesn't. From what my reports say, he just sits in his cave, talking with guests and guess resting. I don't know. I don't actually know what he does in there. But I mean, damn it. Fucking damn you, D&D Beyond.
Is it because we're not actually moving things in
I
there?
think
That's
so.
entirely why it is.
Every few seconds, just move something. Okay. But yeah.
Just gonna show the field. Thank you. But yeah, she says like, I mean, yeah, he hasn't, like, his cave is on the border between my territory and the Frost Lord's territory. It's not hard to miss.
Okay. And do you know
Although I will say I don't recommend going over there.
why not?
I mean, the Frost Lord's territory is dreadful. It's she, kind of hugs herself like, and gives a shit. It's so cold and swarming with all manner of foul ice monsters.
Noted.
Although I will say once again, it's on the border, so it's not. His cave is much. It's much colder, but it's not like frozen quite just yet.
Second question. Do you know what like language the original book was transcribed was in?
The original, the book was in. Shoot, hold on. I had written this down somewhere. For it. It. Bug. Where did I put that note? I can't find it. Okay. She says, I believe it's in deep speech.
Deep speech. Okay. I don't suppose any of you know deep speech.
You know both of the languages I speak.
I'm not even gonna bother with Karnok.
I will say a number of things in that tone weren't in any language I could decipher.
Understood. All right. We'll bring the stones back if that's what if everyone else is okay with it.
I don't see what the problem was to begin with.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
All right, we're all in agreement.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
Excuse me, Miss Queen, Mrs. the Queen. My mistake.
Yes, Karnok.
So can we have the rod and use it?
Yes, you may have the.
I will take.
Yes, please. You take the rod of translocation. It does not require attunement unless you want to bind it to a specific location.
Not at this moment, so we're good.
But it will take you to wherever it is agreed upon a location is, so long as there's no interference. So if you were to say, choose hideout or choose lair or something like that, it should deposit you in front of it. And however, if you were to say, like, take me back, it would attempt to bring you to this spot specifically. So be very, very careful with your wording while holding this.
Yes,
I
Your
mean,
Majesty.
I suppose we could just instead start from outside the city.
Yeah, basically.
Even if someone, and I like when I say that, I look at Karnok.
What did I do?
Were to mess it up, we wouldn't die and instead teleported outside of the barriers.
That's why he's not getting the rod at all.
I'm attempting to future-proof this.
Unless he
Yeah,
somehow
she
takes
says.
it from me.
She says, yes, starting from outside of the city should be okay, although I will warn you, if you all do this at once, you will be stuck there for a few days.
That's fine.
Unless you feel like walking back through the wastes.
I mean, instead we could teleport to the tavern city.
I would say we could just teleport one of us just to scout and then teleport back.
We'd still be stuck there for a day.
No, one person
No.
could go there and back in one
okay.
day.
Yeah. One of us can go there and back in one day.
Well, the stealthiest among us is Karnok.
Exactly. I'm a very stealthy.
I just know
Yes,
he was going
but do you trust him to
Oh.
accurately gain
any
No.
information.
No.
information?
I get information all the time. Who found out about the
Okay,
ghost?
hear me out. I am able to disguise myself as Chew. And so long as I don't speak, it should be fine.
I grab Samuel and I'm like, quick aside, and I just start I kind of just like, we're doing an aside. And my Karnok, stay right there.
Why?
Don't ask questions. And I grab Samuel and we kind of like move to a spot.
You like drag him to one of the corners of the room,
Yes.
where you see there's a bunch of half-finished like magical equipment, some different things that you can't tell what they do, but you decide to be careful around them because you read the label on the room and it did say armory.
I was like, that looks like it can blow up. That looks like it can blow. Okay, definitely not touching that. Okay, here we are.
And as you like drag them over, you actually give me a perception check.
All right. The time I roll, let's go. Where is it? What?
God.
As you as you drag Samuel, you can make a perception check too.
I was about to. Instead, I'm gonna. Do I want to use my 10 instead? No.
The
All right.
rod is still sitting on the table.
All right, I have 13.
Okay, yeah. So you, as you're being dragged over there, you notice you notice like something that was like leaning on the wall, kind of like wobbles for a bit as you like get dragged closer.
Whoa! Watch out!
What? Oh.
I had to, like point over. I pointed at what like was about to fall over.
Yeah, it was like some like staff with some weird looking attachments to it, just leaning against the wall.
That looks kind of dangerous. But yeah. Okay.
And while they're doing that, Karnok, I will say the queen is still standing or sitting in front of the rod, and Peregrine is still standing behind you by the door.
I think I could get to the rod before.
You still don't know how it works.
I mean, it would kind of understand when I said the base. I would assume it would take me to
It would not know.
the base.
It does, yeah, but okay, whatever. So I'm gonna. I'm mitigating now. I go Sam, and I'm like, Sam. So
Yes.
if you were to go, I think it's better to just appear as yourself.
I mean, this is still we're still debating on who's going.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. If we decide you with you, quick TLDR, brass dragons are not evil. Like they're metallic. Just quickly saying, metallic dragons are usually lawful good.
That is not what the book said, but okay.
Oh, really? I thought that's what it was. I thought it was lawful
books.
Good.
No.
Oh.
And in fact, I think brass dragons are actually good. I don't remember.
I know there's something good. I know that.
Yeah, they tend to be morally good and do not believe themselves to be the betters of others.
Okay, I restate that.
I mean, even if they are good,
and the idea is they are not tyrannical like
they are
chromatic
open
dragons are.
to discussion and negotiation.
Even if it is good, I still think it's a good idea to go disguised as long as I don't speak to it.
That's the thing. They love conversation. Simulating conversation.
Sam sighs thinking about Sam sighs thinking about like Shu and like how much he loved talking. You know what? That checks out.
So if you were to go, it would try to talk to you. And you would have to answer. Well, like I said, they're willing to negotiate, all that stuff. We can discuss this later. Quick side. And what is going on over there?
So yeah, Karnok, while they were talking, did you try anything while the Queen and Peregrine were both staring at you?
No. I mean, like, I've thought about it. And, like, he might have, like, moved his hand a little and then, like, kind of pulled it back. Like, like, really wants to touch it.
Yeah, so Peregrine was watching you the whole time, and the Queen was kind of resting her.
Watching him to make sure he doesn't do anything while we
make sure he doesn't lick the rock.
I'm not gonna lick it.
She was resting her chin like on her hands, staring at it while breathing deeply. I'll say.
I'm gonna be like, but I could beat
The-
Darren back
The queen's
before they
about to
know.
pass out.
All right,
So-
we walk back.
She, looks up at your approach.
And I guess I'll just pick the rod up.
Yeah.
And for right now, I'll put it in. I have my bag. I should have my bag. I have my bag on me, right?
Yeah.
I'll just put it in my bag for right now, or on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You like
Not
slide it.
physically touching it.
You put it into your satchel. It's a little too big for the bag, so it kind of sticks out. But
But yeah,
you're not holding it, so that's nice.
yeah, exactly. I was like, I gotta make it upside that I am not holding it right now. Well, Your Majesty, anything else that would be useful to know in this situation?
She eyes the rod again, like sticking out of your bag, and says, "I will make a note if you are going to all translocate at once. Whoever is holding and using the rod, everybody needs to be touching them. So, hand on shoulder, something like that."
Instant transmission rod.
Essentially. All right. And
And if you are all going to the waste, I would recommend getting some supplies and being prepared to possibly deal with lots of undead. Merlin, you know a bit about all the areas, like most of the areas on the map. People tend to stay far away from the waste because as it is crawling with undead.
I am a cleric.
Yes, but I mean dozens of roving hordes of zombies and skeletons and ghouls and stuff like that.
That's one disintegration away from death.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Maybe not the ghouls, but I think I got the zombies.
Right. Well, on a personal note, you should probably get some rest, Your Majesty.
She looks at you and says, "I'm perfectly fine, I assure you." She's still wearing her goggles.
Your Majesty, you have not taken off your goggles this entire time.
Yes, well, I've still been studying things.
My queen, please get some sleep.
I'm fine, I assure you.
Peregrine.
He, is still standing by the door and he's like, I cannot actually make her do anything.
I know.
You can annoy her.
She, says "Are you really having this conversation in front of me?"
It would appear that way.
Don't make me throw you out.
Run away anyway. We walk away. See you in a few days.
My
Good
apologies.
luck.
My apologies. I thought I was being funny.
If we're
yeah.
not, see you in a few days if we're not dead.
Yeah, Peregrine opens the door for you all and stands out. And who's the last to leave the room?
Karnok.
Probably me.
Bro,
Okay. Karnok, do you want to make a perception check, or do you just want to use your passive perception?
I'll make a perception check, because if not, it's
Yeah, but-
9, so I automatically fail.
Bad perception is so.
I have to roll, because it's... Okay, so
Say
one
that.
lower than... I was going to roll a 9 anyway, so they really
I was gonna
didn't
say
change.
it would either have been a 9 or an 8. So
Yeah.
just-
Wow.
Either way, it wasn't going to...
Shit or shit.
Yeah, you're fully following along behind Peregrine, and you're like, I want to mess around with the rod. It's like you're not thinking about anything. And Peregrine leads you down the hall, leaving the door open behind him. Although you all hear the door shut. after you guys have walked away for a bit. But he leads you back out of the basements, and so Peregrine leads you all to the front hall. There's still some guards posted around. You see actually some high elf nobles mingling near the entrance to the throne room, like they're talking a bit. And one of them looks over at Peregrine leading the group, sees Karnok wearing a half orc wearing his fucking like leather rags and fur and stuff like that, and like they gasp and immediately and like start whispering to each other like more.
Does
Karnok,
Karnok hear this?
please wave at them.
Let's
Please
keep
wave
going.
at them and say bidet.
Let's
Does
keep
Karnok hear
going.
I mean,
them?
they're across the whole room. It's like
You can
Karnok might
still-
even
you can
not
still
even
say it.
notice them.
We're gonna do a perception check.
Yeah, come on.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, you notice them.
I'm gonna just do like kind of like a little bow and be like, "Good day."
I mean, like I said, they're across, like the room is like probably over like 50 feet long. They are a ways away. Do you just like
Oh.
say it in a normal voice, or do you shout it at them?
Well, if I heard them, then like
No, you didn't hear them.
okay, then I'm just gonna keep on walking then.
Yeah, no, it's like Merlin and Sam like notice them, like noticing you, and like they could see like their mouths are moving, like they're clearly like oh, this is scandalous. Okay, so he shows you out to the front doors or the the front of the castle. Says like, good luck in your preparations for the journey ahead. And he looks at you, Samuel, and says like, and I will keep an eye on things.
Thank you, Peregrine.
He turns and walks away. I'm assuming you guys walk out to the city to get supplies.
Yep. So wait, where are we? Are we gonna do this like right in the middle of town, or
No, we gotta leave town first.
Oh, we're
no?
leaving.
We don't have to. It's not that we don't have to leave. We just can't come. We just won't might be able to come back to the same location.
That's what we're
What
saying.
I'm saying is, in case we need to leave,
Oh,
or
you
actually,
want
no,
to leave now?
we can't like do the return thing anyways. So
Yeah, no, that's what the stipulation is like, because of the wards around the city, if you were to say take me back, you would kill yourself.
Yeah, that's what we.
However, if you say say like take me like in front of like the city of Astera, like in the bazaar, that would be fine.
I say we still go out of the city to start
Yeah,
first.
just in
Okay,
case.
but if you were to say, if you were to leave the city and then when you translocate and then say like take me back, it would translocate you to the front of the city where the wards will not kill you.
Yeah, let's go to the front of the city
Yeah.
first.
Just
in case.
Just to be
or
safe.
just want to go, or just like go to the bazaar because the bazaar is outside the city walls.
Wherever the barrier isn't, that's where we're going.
Either one will work.
Okay.
Literally any like gate that leads outside, like it doesn't have to be the bazaar specifically, but
I'm staring at the map right now, so I'm like,
yeah, it's like any place that's just outside the city wall should be fine. Although you probably are like closest to the bazaar because you did all your shopping in the market district.
Yeah,
let's just go to the bazaar.
Okay.
All right. Look to the bazaar. Yay! Adventure. So.
Yeah, so as you guys walk out, the bazaar is pretty bustling. There's people hawking wares, and plenty of people buying things. But the middle of the road is generally pretty clear.
All right. You guys ready to hopefully not die?
I will say you
Ready.
guys should probably go to a bit more of an open area,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
like a large intersection or behind a bunch of stalls or something.
Yeah, so that we don't accidentally come back and into somebody.
Yes, exactly that.
Let's move to the edges of the bazaar.
All right.
Let's move out of the bazaar.
We're like, yeah. Then we just keep walking and make like, oh, we don't want to, fuck shit up and die, but yeah.
I don't want to literally explode a person when I come back.
Sam, why are you covered in blood? I have no idea. Okay, well, yeah, we go out like to an open area, but there's like
We go a good like 100 feet out into like an open area.
all right.
Yeah. So, guys walk away from the bazaar, like behind some of the tents and stuff, and go out into one of the more open, like grassy fields, like that are like away from the roads, basically, and people doing business and stuff.
All right.
And yeah, there's nobody around. It's pretty open. You are fairly certain you should be far enough away from the city. Like, it's still a couple at this point, like a couple 100 feet from the walls.
Mm-hmm. Right, we're good.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's
Alright.
go.
I pull out Rod.
You pull
like-
out the rod of translocation.
Not yet, actually. I was
Okay.
like, first, just to make sure, in case I fuck something up. I doubt I'm gonna fuck something up. I was like, all right, put each of y'all just put like a hand on my shoulder or some shit.
Okay.
Right? I'm thinking of one of the shoulders.
All right, so then I pull out the rod, and how do I word? I just say, choose hideout in the front of choose hideout in the waist.
Okay, that's good that you specified all that. So we're as soon as the words leave your lips, feel a weird warping sensation, like a tugging at your hand, and you are immediately. All three of you feel this, like through the hands on Merlin's shoulders. Feel like you're being jerked forward